Glock made this shit. Hey, my nigga Glock made this shit.
Real Mod Squad shit. Whole lot of Mod Squad shit. Shout out Trenches News, nigga. Shout out MC. Shout out Made Meaty. Shout out Spot. Shout out Queen. Shout out B. Shout out Nene. And see, hit my phone like Black make us a song. I hit YouTube, found the beat, now it's on. And see, you can go to her for the latest news. Like who told on who and who gave, who the blues. Can't forget Queen Lotus, that's 126. Shorty smart as hell, gon' have you thinking about shit. Now let's get on the easy, on the down south shit. Shorty real as hell, she gon' tell you about your shit. And she dropping videos, go subscribe to her shit. Sparks got the visuals of 99%. Made media out west, see a film mode, nigga. Get that nigga ragged chick, I bet she feeling on that nigga. And shout out Savage Black, we gon' party on them niggas. Can't forget Nene, she catch bodies in the chat. It's that page fake of real shit, shorty gon' check. She gon' come back to the chat, wipe his nosy out the chat. Can't forget Uncle Swipe and still be Yaki to you niggas.
Smash that like button, man. Shout out Chris Parlow 773. Dro the Mob. Shout out Street Code. Shout out Street Code. Shout out Ray Cernez. Shout out Sean Ward. Man, shout out all the mods, man. Shout out all my mods, man. Hey, Dro the Mob. Chris Parlow 773. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to their channels too, man. Hey, but I'm going to play this shit one more time, man. I got to get geek, man, before I start this live, man. So I got to get geek. Y'all get geek with me. Roll that weed up. Whatever, weed legal now. So don't come to me talking about, more you promoting drugs. This shit legal now. The president smoking weed. Congress smoking weed, ninja.
Hey, my nigga Glock made this shit.
Real Mod Squad shit. Whole lot of Mod Squad shit.
Trig TV.
Shout out Trenches News, nigga. Shout out MC. Shout out Made Meaty. Shout out Spot. Shout out Queen. Shout out B. Shout out Nene. And see, hit my phone like Black make us a song. I hit YouTube, found the beat, now it's on. And see, you can go to her for the latest news. Like who told on who and who gave, who the blues. Can't forget Queen Lotus, that's 126. Shorty smart as hell, gon' have you thinking about shit. Now let's get on the easy, on the down south shit. Shorty real as hell, she gon' tell you about your shit. And she dropping videos, go subscribe to her shit. Sparks got the visuals of 99%. Made media out west, see a film mode, nigga. Get that nigga ragged chick, I bet she feeling on that nigga. And shout out Savage Black, we gon' party on them niggas. Can't forget Nene, she catch bodies in the chat. It's that page fake of real shit, shorty gon' check. She gon' come back to the chat, wipe his nosy out the chat. Can't forget Uncle Swipe and still be Yaki to you niggas. You can call him Swipe or Jordan or whatever, say you nigga. And to the ones that left, we ain't worried about shit. But make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like the video before you dip.
What's up, y'all? What's up, man? We on this thing at 9 o'clock, man. Hey, take a poem, bro. Hey, it wasn't me. Did you ask about C-Day? It wasn't me. It was DJU, man. Hey, look, a DJU just showed me a little clip. He let me listen to a little clip of it, of him asking C-Day about you. I don't know nothing else, man, on that thing. I don't know nothing else. Hey, look, I fuck with you. Hey, no matter what C-Day say, though, because C-Day doing it for the money. He would have been said the shit. He said that you ain't tell on him, but he getting some money now, so his story might change. That's all I can tell you, brother. Fuck what they talking about. Get your money, bro, on everything. Hey, look, you can look at it two ways. Or no, you can look at this one way. You out free and that nigga up in there doing 40, man. Hey, man. Hey, yeah, though, I fuck with Tato, man. But, hey, I just make content, man. Hey, everybody make content about Trenches News, man. I don't mind. Hey, look, I just make a video and get back. If you make some money off my name, I'm gonna make triple that. I'm gonna make sure. Rocco folks, happy 21st birthday. Hey, shout out to everybody on here. Better pass, y'all. Say what's up with Cairo, man. Cairo good, man. Cairo good, man. Cairo on the deck with, goddammit, 10 BDs, 5 Blackstones from over east, and goddammit, 10 Latin Kings. He good, goddammit. Ain't nobody gonna touch Cairo, man. Ain't nobody touching him way yet right now. Probably way go somewhere else, but they ain't touching him way yet right now. I can tell you that. How you feel about the Jaguar fight interview? Hey, I don't know them, so I don't be feeling no type of way. But I believe her. I believe what she's saying though. I've been hearing Jaguar right since the Unplug with Jay-Z and them. So she been around them because that was my favorite shit on the Unplug. I used to watch that shit. Unplugged. That's the like natural music, the roots, Jaguar right. All instruments, bro. No beats. You hear me? Like that's what I love. I still like that shit to right now. Like I like listen to the old version, then I listen to the new version. You know, and shit tell you what a new version came from. That's the type of shit I be on. I should be a DJ or something. Hey, what's up with the JJ Fix spot? I was just watching your video looking for the C-Day story. Yeah, DJ, you said he was gonna drop it. He bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? He should never showed me that shit. I wish he would have showed me the whole thing. I would have told y'all. I'm telling y'all. But he only showed me a little clip of him asking about Take Up Home. That's the only thing I heard. It did Take Up Home, and then he cut it off. You know, see, they ain't get to respond to it. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like, but he asked them about Take Up Home though. He did ask him about. That's the part that DJU smart, man. He called me up. Oh man, get your thumbnail ready. You hear me? He know how to promote, man. He know how to promote, bro. He a good promoter. He ain't just no lane from Des Plaines. He know how to get that money. Hey, Bone Yak, what's up, man? Hey, we're gonna watch Chicago news first before we get into all the other shit. Hey man, hey look, everybody in Florida, Texas, all that shit, man. Get up out of there. It's a guy who want to sit on the boat right now. I'm trying to find this cash out, man. Cause I know deep down inside, man, you know, he ain't gonna make it after the night, man. But I'm gonna send him a cash out just in case he do, cause he ain't gonna hire no boat after the night. But I pray that man in Tampa, that he get off that fucking boat. He talking about he gonna be in the air with the water. Nah, bro. Your ass gonna be in the air. The water gonna go back down, nigga, and then the boat gonna slam into pieces. Dude ass think he in some fucking cartoon movie or some shit. He telling the police he ain't getting off the boat. Hey, before we get into the JJ Fish, we got to get into the kids first, man. What's up with this shit, gang members? West Pool, man. What's up with these gang members? Y'all killing the kids off, man. Y'all shooting everybody. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all just killing everybody, y'all. We got to get into this Chicago news first, and then we're going to get back. We're going to jump back into some more shit. Shout out to everybody who support me, man. All the mods. Shout out to everybody who support me. All the subscribers. I appreciate it, man. I swear to God, you just don't know, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all my therapy some days.
7-year-old boy is fighting for his life. The child was among 2 people shot at a home in the West Pullman community.
Our Andrew Ramos is outside of Comer Children's Hospital. That's where the boy is in critical condition. And Andrew, his grandmother told you he was waiting for pizza when these bullets.
Yeah, that's right. She said that 1 minute the family was waiting for this pizza to arrive, and the next they all started running for cover. And this family now tonight asking for not only support but prayers after having a nightmare for the past 24 hours.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hello, man. Damn, bro. What the fuck? Y'all shit. Hey, look, man. Hey, some of you niggas, bro, I swear to God, bro. Y'all need y'all guns took it, bro. Like the gang members need to be like, you don't need this. On there, take your shit, bro. You see how many bullet holes in this 7-year-old house, bro? Look at this shit, bro. Y'all gang members some coward motherfuckers, bro. I swear to God, y'all is. Y'all lucky I ain't got 300 of me. I'll go to war with you motherfuckers on everything. But it's only me by myself, so I'm just gonna be cool, man. Let God finish taking y'all. And the dead people who y'all fucking lying on all day come back and take y'all last. I'll wait on that.
The child was among two people shot at a home in the West Pullman community.
Our Andrew Ramos is outside of Comer Children's Hospital. That's where the boy is in critical condition. And Andrew, his grandmother told you he was waiting for pizza when these bullets started flying.
Yeah, that's right. She said that 1 minute the family was waiting for this pizza to arrive, and the next they all started running for cover. And this family now tonight asking for not only support but prayers after having a nightmare for the past 24 hours.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The damage inside Rosie
That's
Ligon's home
crazy.
goes deeper than bullet holes. Her family, she says, now traumatized after a shooting unfolded outside her home. Police say it was just after 9 o'clock Monday night when two individuals emerged from a white Audi sedan outside the home near 116th and Yale. At the time, the 27-year-old man was arriving home while other relatives were inside waiting to start off a night of pizza and movies. Those two offenders, police say, then opened fire, unleashing a hail of bullets.
Hey, y'all. Hey, look, this the perfect example of why are you 27 years old, man, to got ops and stand and fucking cause they ambushing them. They waiting on them. They knew who they wanted. They wanted the 27-year-old, bro. Like, y'all gotta start kicking motherfuckers out y'all cribs, bro. At this point on everything. If you love your kids, if you love your life, if you don't want to die, and you in these communities that if they shooting at cars, they willing to shoot the woman. Like Lil Mike girl got killed. You know what I'm talking about? They folded that girl up, bro. And I ain't mean disrespectful when I say they folded her up, man. That's how she looking at on the picture, bro. They folded that girl up, bro. That girl ain't had shit to do with Lil Mike now. But by her driving in the car, dude felt like he had to shoot her too. Shit crazy, bro. On my mama, if a nigga ain't legit, you can't stay in my crib, man. Y'all gotta start being on some shit, bro. Or keep on reaping this stupid shit. That's crazy, bro.
Striking the man twice, once in his chest and then in his arm.
All up here.
Inside the home, the 7-year-old was standing in the dining room where he was struck in the back and suffered a grazed wound to the head. His grandmother tells us his lungs were pierced by a bullet. The child was rushed to Comer Children's Hospital where he underwent surgery for internal bleeding. A portion of his lung was removed. He remains in critical condition, while his uncle was taken to Christ Hospital in Oaklawn and is in critical but stable condition. Liggins recalls the terrifying moment where she had to attend to both her son and grandson.
I didn't know what to do. It was like, I'm trying to go here. I'm trying to deal with him. My grandson is on the floor.
Hey, baby, your son got some real ops. Your son got some real ops, and they ain't playing, baby. I'm going to tell you this. Your son got some real ops. They was waiting. They say soon he stepped out the shadows of the car, goddammit, they was on him. Like, for real, man. 27-year-old, you need to have your own house. 27-year-old, ain't no way in the hell you still with your mama. I know down south, though, because I got cousins that's down south, bro. They still living with my grandma, bro. On everything. I got cousins down south right now, grown as hell, bro. I'm talking about fuck grown. Not 21. I'm talking about, goddammit, 50. Walking around in 8 boxes, bro, at my granny house. They some bombs to me, but you know, down south is like family, bro. Family is everything down south. So you don't give a fuck, you know. That's how down south I tolerate. But nah, man, dude got some ops.
He's bleeding out. All he's doing is looking up at me, calling me, reaching for me, saying, "Grandma, I'm shot." I told him, I said, "Baby, it's gonna be okay. My son is out here. He's on the ground. He's, Mama, don't leave me. I'm shot in my chest. I hurt. I can't breathe.
Damn, man.
It
This
was a
shit
lot.
fucked up, bro.
As of right now, no one is in custody in connection to this shooting that the family believes was targeted. Anyone with information, you are urged to contact Chicago police. Reporting outside Comer Children's Hospital, Andrew Ramos, CBS News, Chicago.
Andrew, thank you. A 7-year-old boy.
Man, prayers for that little boy, bro. Prayers for the little boy, man. He's 7 years old, bro. He's supposed to be playing the game, bro. He's supposed to be playing the game. And if it's late, getting ready for bed or some shit, bro. You ain't supposed to be. Yeah, you supposed to be waiting on pizza, bro, in a movie or something, bro. When I was 7 years old, bro, I ain't have to go through this shit, bro. I'm telling you, man. When I was 10, I ain't have to go through shooting nobody. 15, I was still a kid. Skating rink and everything. Yeah, we had our little crew who hang with us, but we ain't had the gang bang, bro. You already had the killers. You already knew who the people who would stick up kids. You already know who was the dope fiends, the crackheads, the people who sell the drugs. We was aware of that, but we ain't have to be them. Because they was telling us to go to school. The dope fiends, the crackhead, the gang members, they was telling us to go to school. Man, you better go your ass school. You don't want to be like us. You know? Shit sad, man. You think Fulio Killer's gonna really get the death penalty? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think they finna stop. I think they gonna cop out, man. They gonna cop out. They gonna cop out and say they gonna cop out before they gonna cop out, man. They gonna come to an agreement where take the death penalty off the table. We just gonna give y'all life. So I think they gonna cop out. But the girl, she still gonna get about 50 for telling. She gonna get 50. She was there in the commission of a crime, man. Ain't no way in the hell they gonna let her walk on no 15 years and no shit like that. Hey, but one thing I can say about the girl though, dude bogus, bro. He took his baby mama on a hit, bro. Well, I don't know if he knew she was pregnant at the time, but you took your girl on a hit, bro. I don't know no nigga who taking their girl on a hit. They main girl. The girl who they sleeping with, who they nailing every night. You finna take your girl on a hit, dude? Who the fuck gonna send you commissary, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Like, you took your girl on a hit. The girl who you love, Valentine's Day, on a hit with you. Hey, we're going to get into this next video, man. Then we'll talk about a little bit about Lil Mike. We're going to talk about Lil J, too. Lil J should be definitely coming home. I think Lil J didn't, I think the government made the deal with Lil J like that they'll give him like 30 months or some shit, because he came out with another story saying that he will be home soon. So he told me, his mama told me to report about he'll be home soon. Now he come out 10 days later say I'll be home soon. You know what I'm saying? And then he come out with a motherfucking Harriet Tubman ass speech. I was about myself. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that weak ass shit, man. We all done went through something in the last motherfucking 3-4 years, nigga. Who gives a fuck? Nigga, you better go ahead and get up with Lil Nas X, nigga. You still my homie. I still fuck with Lil J. If he called me shit, I still talk to him. I ain't got nothing to do with him and Red Montana activities or none of that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I know his whole family, bro. I knew him since he was a kid, bro. You tell somebody you fuck with them, and then some shit like that happen, and then you be like, oh, man, I can't even fuck with you, man. You gay. Like, that's some lame ass shit, bro. I mean, you ain't got to participate in that shit, but, you know, I just think that a real motherfucker, if that's your homie, like, you probably ain't even got to kick it with him no more. That's still your homie, though. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That's your homie, bro. Some people probably don't understand what I'm trying to say, bro. I ain't defending shit either. But what I'm saying is, if you tell a motherfucker that you love him or that's your homie or y'all done been through shit killing, you ain't got to fit in with the crowd and be bashing them talking about he gay, man. That's still your homie, man. On everything. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna be around this bitch talking about some, yeah, Lil J. Yeah, I make videos and everything. The nigga made a motherfucking video about me on his page. So shit, I thought I'd make a video. A couple of, boy, I did over Whoop though. I done made motherfucker about $10,000 off Lil J.
Yeah.
Really Red Montana, but Lil J was in the title. Hey y'all, we finna watch this. Employee shoots, kills 2 men inside fast food restaurant on Chicago's South Side. Shout out Anthony Peterson, Drag TV, Christopher, what's up? We're gonna get to this other story though.
And we have some breaking news we want to tell you about. Chicago police say a fast food employee shot and killed 2 people in a Southside restaurant and then took off.
Our Mugo Digwe following the story for us live from Chicago Police Headquarters with the latest from investigators. Mugo, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Audrina and Dana. So we know this shooting happened at a JJ Fish, and
I ain't gonna lie, that look like that thing that Cash got caught with. She look like the girl who Cash got caught with, man. Who Cash got killed with, man. This ain't her, is it? What's this girl? What's this lady name, man? What they say this lady name is? Hold on. Hell no, this lady name Muga Adedugo. I don't know what the fuck her name is. This ain't her though.
yeah, good morning to you, Audrina and Dana. So we know this shooting happened at a JJ Fish and Chicken, as you both said, over on the South Side. And what started out as an argument ultimately ended with 2 men dead. Take a look at this video here, because you can see Chicago police cruisers outside that JJ Fish and Chicken on 78th and Western. There are detectives inside the restaurant as well. And they tell us the shooting was just before 10:30 last night. 2 men, one 55 years old, the other 56, were arguing with an employee at the restaurant. And at some point, that male employee pulled out a handgun and fired shots, died at the scene. They also tell us that store employee, he took off, ran away from the scene. No one has been arrested as of right now. And Chicago police say they're also still looking into the circumstances surrounding this death.
Hey, go Beto Justice. He all the way in Pakistan right now, some goddamn well. Hey, black people, stop playing with them people, man. If they don't speak your language, don't even argue or talk with them on everything. That's how I live. I don't talk to the Migos. Ain't no need for me to be talking to no Latinos, or ain't no need for me to be talking to Chinese or Arabs. I can't speak their language or none of that. If I don't want to be, I can't be around no motherfucker who can talk to somebody else in another language but can understand me. Like I don't do that shit, bro. Like I don't even understand you. We can't talk about nothing but converting money if I'm over there in your country. Other than that, we ain't got nothing to talk about. But these people are scared, bro. They know y'all got switches. Y'all sitting there. Hey, I talked to somebody who said that they stay right by the scene. And they was like the 2 old dudes who was arguing with the employee. They say they be on some on some, yeah, man, don't make us this our neighborhood. We'll take this motherfucker. We'll come back there and take all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time, dude got a pocket rock on him. Dude then upped his gun, shot both of them dead, and ran. And now he going to Pakistan or Iran, some motherfucker with. Oh, he said they arrested him already. I still don't play with nobody who don't speak our language, man. I don't got nothing to talk to them Arabs about.
And
motherfuckers be kicking it with them Arabs and shit, bro. They don't give a fuck about us. They sending all that motherfucking money back.
Members of the Chicago Fire.
Our top.
Man, stop it. What's up, Big Les? Big Les. Man, stop it. Hey, Big Les, you got to do a commercial, man. You got to do a commercial, man. You got to do it, man. We got to have Butter call like, hey, yeah, Big Les, woo, 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 woo. And then you be like, Butter. And then before you, when you pop in the Pepsi, hey, Les, when you pop in the Pepsi, like the Brisk commercial, I know you remember the Brisk commercial. It's Brisk, baby. When you pop the Pepsi, you be like, Butter. Man, stop it. We got to get the commercial, man. We got to get Billy Knack or something to do the commercial, man. That bitch going to go viral, over viral. We got to get Butter on the phone, though, to do it. That bitch going to go over viral. I'm telling you, that bitch going to go up. Your page going to go up like a motherfucker. Shout out Big Les, man. That's Scrap Daddy, man. Ruger Daddy, man. Shout out Big Les, man. Working in the community, man. Les really trying to.
Tonight, at that time, police said that they did have.
Trying to stop some shit, though, man.
At that time.
Robbie. Now, what?
Tanya and Terrell, that 7-year-old boy, was taken here to Comer Children's Hospital in critical condition overnight. He was shot in the back and suffered a graze wound to his head. Chicago police say he was inside a home at 116th and Yale in the West Pullman neighborhood when someone driving by in a white Audi sedan fired shots from the street just after 9 p.m. The 7-year-old was hit, as was a 27-year-old man, police say, who was shot in the chest and right arm. Now, it's unclear their relationship, but the man was taken to Christ Hospital, also in critical condition. At this point, no one is in custody, police say, as Area 2 detectives are now investigating this morning.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
All right, so hold on. I got to check this out because this lady said she been to a Diddy party. She the first one. I want to see if she going to say that she went to the after party, though, because we ain't met nobody who went to the after party. Everybody say they went to Diddy crib at 9 o'clock. They arrived at Diddy crib and they was out of there by 10:30. Now, who the fuck gonna go to a party? Who the fuck gonna pull up and get your jewelry on and everything and go to a party for an hour, man? I don't know no nigga who went to a party for 1 hour, bro. And that motherfucker was at 10 o'clock at night. It started. What the fuck did you go outside for? Or is they denying it because they know they going down with Diddy, baby, or they going down?
Do you want those workshops or?
I gotta check this out first, y'all.
It's just like with the product, you know, you need to take into consideration.
Like if you wouldn't eat the raw meat, you would look down on, like, you're not, okay, we know who you are.
Okay.
But if you ate it, you were like, okay, you're one of us. You're part of the high class. But it was just bizarre.
Did you ever see like a baby goat back
You know what? Okay, I went to this party.
Here we go.
It's called Fancy Dress. I lived in London with the other models. They made us dress as the Wizard of Oz.
Interesting.
And I was a 10 man, but it was sexy.
Fuck all that, bitch. What's up with Diddy?
He dressed so we had on costumes. They all had on. I was doing that. I've seen that. But the hip hop crowd, they got a lot of love and they show so much support. They are really a great diehard crowd. So it was awesome. It was a great experience.
Being in that, do you believe in Illuminati? Just being in.
Do I believe in them? I thought that came out that they're real, y'all.
Yeah.
I believe in the Illuminati. No, I mean, yeah. I have some stories. After we did a runway show, I forget who it was, so I don't want to lie, but it was in Europe. It was high fashion. Every time we did a runway show, there would be food afterwards, and they'd have all raw meat. Wizard of Oz. How do I say, not in, like square or corny or, oh, you're not a part of this. So they told us that we were going to go out to the barn.
Oh, wow.
And this bitch retired, man. What the
You
fuck?
know, but not the high fashion. Definitely not the high fashion. The high fashion was when I was skinnier. I was 107 pounds.
Hey, she done overwhoop. She done got on that bitch talking about she done went to a Diddy party. Ain't said nothing about Diddy. She talking about some shit in London. They talking about R. Kelly reveals Beyonce's involvement. Shit. Yeah, she's straight chasing it, man. Got a nigga looking at her shit and she ain't even talking about Diddy. She don't even know Diddy now, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, Diddy's sick. He need to go to jail, bro. He do need to go to jail. He done beat out a lot of motherfuckers, too. But a lot of them people just jumping on the bandwagon, bro. Like, a lot of them people, they just jumping on the bandwagon hoping that, you know what I'm saying, just by them saying they was there, they gonna get some money or some shit. What's today, the 8th? I think the young Dolph. I think young Dolph killers go to court today. Or they start trial tomorrow.
Leader. Any question? Justice has been served. That's what.
Have new information.
Yeah, I think they go to court tomorrow. I think Dolph other killers go to jail tomorrow. Is it safe to say that they just gonna give Diddy a slap on the wrist? No. Diddy going to jail, bro. He going to jail, bro. Like, he going to jail. That nigga did something to some of them, bro. But what I'm saying is, he ain't did shit to no 3,000 people, bro. Hey, I know he the Joker. I know he a sick motherfucker, bro. But man, bro, like 3,000 people, and that lawyer say they got 3,000 people, bro. How many of y'all think out of 3,000 people, all them, so Diddy drugged all them personally? Because I can have a party, right? And I can have some sick motherfuckers who I trust there, and they could spike somebody drinks. Does that make Trenches News responsible? Or if you came back to the crib, like if you came back to the crib more than one time, if you on a videotape and you you got drugged once. We see you got drugged, but you came back 10 more times. Like, shit, how does that work? Yeah, but Diddy fucked though, man. He just the people he beat out in hip hop, bro. Like, he need to go to jail. Can't nobody touch him, bro. Like, he untouchable until now. He untouchable, man. Then he blew up Kid Cudi car. He blew up Kid Cudi car, man. Cause Kid Cudi was messing with Cassie when they had broke up. Kid Cudi say he went outside, man, and he was finna get in this car and this shit blow up before he got in it.
Sean Diddy Combs. Another twist to Sean Diddy Combs.
Some saying it's liquor companies. Man, we seen this shit with Bill Cosby and everybody else too, bro. Like, I don't see how they still do the same shit. You see Epstein, well, we ain't see Epstein shit. We seen them come out with some information like, oh, he going to jail. And then they said they had a list. And then next thing you know, he was dead. So we ain't get to see nothing. I'm trying to find that fucking Piers Morgan shit.
GMC Sierra.
Hold on, I'm starting to see more shit now.
Now let's move on to P. Diddy himself. We got to get to the latest on Sean Diddy Combs. The music mogul is currently in federal custody.
Mama K, Hollis Clark.
Trafficking, racketeering, and conspiracy charges. He's pleaded not guilty. Not guilty. Meanwhile, his mama, Janice Combs, she took to social media yesterday in response to federal allegations levied against her son. Here's just a portion of the statement she released yesterday through her attorney. Quote, "It is heartbreaking to see my son judged, not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. To be a witness to what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves the chance to tell his side. I can only pray that I am alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated." End quote. First off, to Mrs. Combs, nobody should dismiss the power of your words and the unconditional love you have for your son. You gave birth to this man. Everybody, any man knows that has had a wonderful mama in his life knows about the power that unconditional love from mama brings to any of us. That's a given. I miss my mama every day. God rest her wonderful soul. I wouldn't be the man that I am today if it were not for her. But in fairness, please understand that these are very serious allegations against your son, and it's not being conveyed and disseminated in the court of public opinion for nothing. It's there because the federal government, Homeland Security, raided the homes in Miami and Los Angeles of your son and ultimately arrested him and indicted him on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. We get where you're coming from and we understand it. But do you know respectfully, ma'am, how much this falls on deaf ears? And I say that respectfully.
Hell no. Hey, Stephen A, he just treated her respectful as fuck on everything, bro. Like, yeah, like, we hear you, mama. But this shit on deaf ears right now on some real shit. These some serious allegations, goddammit. Like drugging, Like, he ain't just get into it with a female, none of that. He drugging motherfuckers, bro. And then, like he said, they got the feds, the Homeland Security, and everything. They brought Homeland Security in just in case he try to wipe the disses. He try to wipe the cameras. They gonna be able to pull that shit right up. They didn't lock Diddy up right away when they ran in Diddy's house. They didn't lock him up. They locked him up months later. They didn't lock him right up. So he thought he was safe. And then that's when they came in, they had what they needed. So they got something for him to be in there with a no bond.
There is no one who believes for 1 second that you would believe there's a shred of guilt that should be attached to your son with these specific allegations that have been leveled against him. Nobody's going to believe that. That's like a mama coming on the stand as a character witness. Well, what else do you expect her to say? Why would she say anything different? It's rare, it's an extreme aberration for one's parents to speak publicly against their child when such heinous allegations have been leveled against them. That is the fact. And the fact that your statement was issued through a lawyer doesn't help because it gives the impression that the lawyer, in concert with Sean Diddy Combs, decided to go through you to convey and disseminate a message that, dare I say, would be deemed believable more so in their eyes, coming from you than from a lawyer. Not recognizing the level of cynicism that exists in this world today. And that the statement coming from you is not going to move anybody. Anybody. That's point number one. Number two, who's painting P. Diddy Combs to be a monster? The public hasn't. We all want to wait and see. I personally am praying he's innocent of these charges, that he's innocent of the allegations that have been leveled against him. But anybody who's attached any level of guilt have usually been the people he has been associated with, he has done business with. An individual in Cassie Ventura, the ex-girlfriend who we saw on video being a
Hey, y'all get in the comments and talk about this, man. This serious, bro. Like, Diddy was an icon, bro, who raped the game, man. You know, who used his power, bro, to basically like you gotta sleep with me if you want a record deal. If you want to be a star, you gotta sleep with me. But if you don't, it's cool. You would never make it. Like, that's some foul shit right there. He need to be stopped. We need the record labels to be open, bro. You know what I'm talking about? So people with real talent can start getting deals and shit. Instead of you got to sleep with a record exec to get a fucking deal.
At Sierra, Jessica and her mom discovered a plethora of yoga gear at stellar price.
or those in his inner circle, including family members, who have been conspicuously quiet. I'm not even bringing up the people in the industry who won't even say anything about him. They give love and prayers to his family and his loved ones. Not a single soul outside of mom has come forward to say he's innocent.
Hey, man, hey, that's weird too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. And when Kanye West was going through what he has to say, what he went through with the politics, with the whatever you want to call that shit, man. What y'all know what I'm talking about. When Kanye West lost that money, Diddy had something to say. Everybody had something to say. This shit real right here. Ain't nobody talking. Hey, bro, ain't nobody said nothing, bro. We done seen Diddy party with all the stars. You even got Meek Mill fruit ball last time about some, I got $100,000. If anybody could tell me, how did my name get in the documents? Your name got in the documents, Mr. Meek Mills, because they got the videotape of you getting rammed, sprammed. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. They got the videotapes, bro. We know it's you. You the only one got the little dreads to the little around that time. You the only one got the braids to the back. Then you listening to your song. I used to rhyme like this, to shine like this, and I had to, you know what I'm talking about, that shit. We know that's you, Meek. We know that's you on that tape, Meek. I know it's somebody on here from Philly. Y'all know that's Meek Mill on that tape. One of y'all know that's him on that thing.
Innocent. The closest person to that was Kevin Liles, who resigned as the CEO. I'm sorry, as an executive with Warner Music. He was an outspoken supporter of Diddy, and on the day Diddy was arrested, he resigned. So this is not about people painting Diddy to be a monster. This is about the federal government saying he is, being specific with what they're charging him with, sex trafficking and racketeering, and people echoing the charges that have been levied against him to such a degree that he went to New York 2 weeks in advance, anticipating being arrested, that he would turn himself in. Then they wouldn't even give him an opportunity to turn himself in because they met him at a hotel in New York City where they cuffed him and gave him that perp walk outside. And then thereafter, they denied him bail, not just once, but twice. Every word I just uttered is fact. It's not painting a picture in a narrative and trying to create some kind of imagery or vision of Diddy. That's Diddy right there. That's him. That's not a painted image of him. That's really him. When he was arrested, that was really him. When the feds came and get him, that was really the feds. When he was placed in a jail cell in Brooklyn, it's not a movie. It's not a video. It's really him.
Hey, Smith say they wouldn't let him in the party because they know they said they wouldn't let Stephen A. Smith in the party because they knew if they let him in the party, they was gonna be on ESPN the next morning because he gonna talk about it. That's why they say they ain't let Dame Dash in. They can't jeopardize them. They can't jeopardize nobody who gonna tell their secrets on their thing, bro.
And now the world is transfixed on the music industry in Hollywood, if for no other reason, to see whether he will fall, will there be others, and if there are others, is it because he is going to take others down with him unless he's completely exonerated? That's the story. And one of the things we have to get out of right now, right here and now, is the lynching part. We ain't gonna go there. Racism exists everywhere. That is true. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how broke you are. You're going to experience it in this world in some capacity. That is undeniable. But this man is worth over $500 million. He's run bad entertainment. TVs and commercials. He's been a leader in a prolific industry known as the music industry, hip hop. For all the maladies, for all the negativity that comes associated with racism. When did that apply to him? By the way, when we talk about things like that, we know he's one of the biggest Democratic donors, right? One of the biggest proponents of getting out the vote, right? Once given the key to the city less than 2 years ago, New York City, the key to the city, right? Politicians clamoring for his support throughout the years, right?
Hey, man, hey, I fuck with you, man.
You are buying options. You're wasting your time.
Hey, I fuck with you, Method Man there, man. You got your own mind, bro. Hey, that nigga Method Man there said, I believe Stephen A. Smith been to that party. Hey, he probably did, bro. Everybody that been to that shit, bro. But everybody claimed that they left at 10 o'clock. Like, why would you jump in your Bentley or your fucking Lamborghini to pull up all these cars in the parking lot? Y'all probably can't even get it right out. And you telling me that you only went for 2 hours. Scrappy was like, yeah, I was there. Scrappy almost slipped up, though. Because Scrappy was finna say, man, I woke up, I ain't remember nothing. But then he switched it around like, yeah, I had my kid that night. Man, stop it. How you think Scrappy been able to keep getting money and shit, man? Scrappy been getting toted, man, by Diddy now, man. That shit gonna come out, bro. Everybody talking about Diddy. That tape gonna come out. We gonna be able to get that tape.
Time and money. Hi, my name is Tom Hurd, and I've been successfully trading using a counterintuitive.
How are we going to bring up lynching after all that? I'm just looking in my studio. Am I right in bringing that up? How are we going to do that? We respectfully, Mrs. Combs, we can't do that here. Not here. I hope he's innocent of what he's accused of. I met Diddy at basketball games. I saw him. I even took a picture with him once at the Golden State Warriors game. Years ago, I had a picture of me and him hanging up in my house. I was happy to meet Diddy. I knew how great he was and what he's done for the music industry and what he's done for so many hip-hop artists.
Hold on, y'all.
Right,
hold on, y'all.
He's got to prove his innocence. And until he does that, none of what you said applies, Mama Combs.
Hold on.
Do you know why?
What just happened, bro?
Because your mama, no one's going to believe you're objective. No one's going to believe you're fact-based. Cassie Ventura was assaulted on video. Even you acknowledged in your statement, he isn't perfect. Well, what the government is saying is, how many imperfections do you need to see? Because we got something to show you. What are those imperfections? You're talking as if you know. Well, there are many people that do things wrong. And the last people who would know are their parents, because that's the last people that they would want to see them doing the wrongdoings. They said freak-offs. You're not implying that you knew about those things, are you? I know that. You're not doing that. No mother would. Any man that I know throughout life that is engaged in any level of promiscuity whatsoever, mama might know in general that's his tendency, but she ain't an eyewitness to it, because the last person you want to see that kind of behavior is your mama.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, bro. Hell no. A surgery killer is a crazy damage. Shout out Lil Ye 2 times. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I had to close out that window, though. Smash that like button for me, y'all. Smash that like button for me. Stephen A. be going crazy. Damn, we gotta watch this shit. Hold on, y'all. Let me cancel this out. They got Biggie mama talking shit. She ain't said nothing for fucking years. Parlo, grandson, Peterson. Shout out Best Sleep. Shout out Fish and Gold. Big Cats with Godson. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Wallace?
I'm good.
Somebody they told me you was sick last time I called you. You doing all right?
Who told you I was sick?
It was a I think she said she was a either a live-in maid or something, or I forgot who she was, but she told me you was sick last. I called a couple of times. The first time she said you was in the shower. The second time she said you was sick, and I said I'm praying for you.
So who are you?
This paperwork in Dallas, Texas, John.
Who are you?
John, paperwork in Dallas, Texas. Remember, we supposed to be going out to eat.
Okay. Well, when you get into New York, we have a lot of friends with restaurants, so we can go hang out. I'm okay today.
Okay, did you ever go to Texas in August? Because I think I missed you. We were supposed to go out to eat.
Man, how the fuck this nigga talking to Biggie mama and she don't know him? Hold on, man.
I was talking to Tiffany Haddish on yesterday, and I'm supposed to be meeting.
Hey, Miss Wallace, Gene Deal.
Oh, hi, Gene. How are you?
All right, man. You know I ain't seen you since I came to your house and had that conversation with you. How you been? You all right?
I've been okay. I've been watching you on Facebook.
I'm sorry, Miss Wallace. I'm sorry I had to do what I had to do, but you know, it is what.
Hey, paperwork. Yeah, he funny as hell, bro. He talking about some. We was supposed to go out to eat and all that shit, man. He playing games. He's finna make me turn, bro.
What it is.
I know you do.
Thank you, Miss Wallace. Like I told people, I said if Miss Wallace would have called me and told me to shut it down, I would have shut it down. Miss Wallace ain't called. She knew how to get in touch with me. If Miss Wallace didn't tell me to shut it down, I'm going to keep doing it because I respect you, Miss Wallace.
Do what you do.
Thank you, Ma. I appreciate you.
What you do.
Hey, Miss Wallace, I love you. I want you to get some rest, okay? So go ahead and get you some rest, all right?
Thank you so much, honey.
All right, I'm going to give you a call next week. I'll be in New York next week.
Okay, take care.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. All right, gang. So I'm gonna be in New York next week, man.
But hold on, I'll be out of New York. But damn, did you hear what she just said?
What's up?
She said she be watching me. Go ahead and do what you do. Did you hear that?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, all motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about nigga, you just heard it from Big's mama.
Yes.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yep.
Gene Deal, happy than a motherfucker. Y'all done called that 78-year-old lady. She don't know who the fuck she was talking to. She knew Gene, though. We just chilling right now, man. We just talking about all the topics right now. We just seeing what's new on Diddy and all type of shit, man.
I was snatched by aliens. And I got cursed by a ghost.
Why are they chasing us?
Give us your banana.
The name Diddy, how did that come about? What's the backstory behind that?
See, what happened was that every tragedy we know that happened, Puff changed his name. City College, he went from Puff Daddy to Puff. When Biggie died, he went from Puff to Diddy. When Wolf died, he went from Brother Love, I think Love, from Diddy to Brother Love. And when Kim Porter died, I think he may have went to Love. Every great tragedy, he changed his name because he's running. Those names had
Shout out
some
Tariq.
significance
Shout out best
in his life.
Dita versus.
You got to realize Diddy name that Big gave him has now made him the last. You can't go on YouTube, you can't go on TikTok, you can't go on Facebook without seeing somebody taking that name and using it in some kind of, even cartoons, in some kind of hilarious, laughing type matter. That's very embarrassing to him. Big gave him that name. And Big was laughing when he gave him that name. And somehow Big knew that giving him that name was going to make him the laughing stock of hip hop. Because we know it came from Donkey Kong. I've said this 1,000 times. Donkey Kong Jr. on that video game was Diddy Kong. So Big was calling him a little monkey back then. He just didn't know it.
Diddy Kong, man.
Now watch, somebody gonna look that up.
I'm gonna play
and they
that
gonna
shit
see
tonight, y'all. I'm gonna play
that there
that
was
shit
actually
tonight.
a Diddy Kong.
Donkey Kong, I'm playing tonight.
He changed his name, but Big knew something. Big had to know something. Because he was laughing when he gave him that name because Puff was threatening him about his publishing. That was the last night we was in the studio in California. Puff was threatening him about his publishing. And Big was like, no, Diddy. No, Diddy. Puff had owned Big publishing. And Big wanted his publishing because he wanted to move on. He was trying to get away from Puff. He wanted to do his own thing with Rivera. So what happened was that when Diddy used to write for Little Kim or Little C's or something like that, or anybody, he used to put it in somebody else's name. Because the same people who told him to sell his publishing to Puff told them that he didn't have to put his publishing in his name. He could put it in somebody else. So I think he may have put it in his daughter's name, like Puff was doing Justin and the whole 9 yards. So Big put his publishing in his daughter's name and everything like that. And then he let Lil Kim, keep hers, the stuff that he wrote, keep it in her name. Because he said Lil Kim was his girl, and this is what he told me. He said Lil Kim was his girl, but he used another word. He said it's B-I-T-C-H, and she was going to always look out. So he didn't mind, writing stuff, putting it in her name, and letting her get the publishing for it. So that's how it went down. So when when Big told me, when D-Rock told Big some bullshit about me, I reminded Big in front of Puff, yo, well, Big, why you don't tell Puff you wrote Lil Kim? And I know niggas gonna talk all kind of shit because they're gonna get it wrong anyway. I said, why don't you tell Puff you wrote Lil Kim and Lil C? And Puff like, yo, what? He said that? Because Big had told him I had did some shit. And he shouldn't have told Puff that, trying to F with me, because Big was that type of dude. He'll try to F with you, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't going for it. I was like, yo, so tell him that, Big, you run your mouth about that. And we was talking about his publishing and his marketing. And Puff got in his face, was like, yo, say it. I dare you to say it. I dare you to say it. because he wanted Big to say that he be writing for because he got witnesses now. He got me, he got Charlie Baltimore, he got the engineer, he got other people in the studio. So if Big say that, then he could sue Big for all the money that he didn't get for all the stuff that was going down and all the stuff that was happening. Because they was robbing each other. They basically was robbing each other. So that's what had happened. So then Big was just, when he was at Puff was asking, did you write Lil Kim and stuff? He was like, yo, no, Diddy. No, Diddy. And that's how the name was formed. And now everybody know that name all over the world. I don't even think Puff knew when Big was saying it that he knew it came from Diddy Kong.
That's crazy, man. Hey, now that's proof, man, that Diddy a gangster. Say Diddy got in Big face like, I dare you say it. I dare you say it. He gotta be some type of gangster to get a nigga face, bro. He gotta be more than brotherly love. If he getting in Biggie face, bro. Biggie was a big dude, bro, who could have sat on Puffy. He had to be some type of some type of I ain't gonna say monster. Not that, all right, let's see what they talking about this lawyer.
What can we learn from experience? What can we learn from each other?
Who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs. Situation. What's most interesting to me and what's most helpful for those around him involved took advantage of these people in some sort of quid pro quo to try to make them a star. And, in some of these cases, it was the parents who were essentially handing their child off to a group of people that they trusted and who they thought were going to make their child a star. That's one group. The second group of minors would be individuals who were recruited, whether it be in a hotel lobby, whether it be at a show from the crowd, invited to a after concert party that made its way to a hotel, whether it be to some of the parties that we all heard about. They went there at age 16. There's a few that, for instance, attended a party in the Hamptons and they were only 16 and taken advantage of there. So it pretty runs the gamut. But it's the allegations obviously are very egregious. We have to be very careful and responsible about how we pursue these. These are individual cases, will be filed. Each case will live or die on its own merits. Each case will have one or more defendants. In some cases, they'll all, they may be different. Some will be filed in New York. I would expect most of them will be filed because New York has a statute of limitations that's pretty generous. New York State has recognized that these types of allegations, it takes people a long time to come forward. It takes a lot of courage to come forward. So New York has recognized that. I think California has too. So I would expect most of these cases will be filed in those two states. And we're gonna pursue these cases aggressively. And the reason for the press conference is because, I wanted to make sure that we, Sean Combs obviously has been arrested. He's been indicted. His bail has been denied, I think 3 times at this point. I don't expect he's going anywhere. We want to make sure that every entity and every individual who had some role in this, that we examine that, and if the law supports it, that we bring them in and make them a part of this case as well.
And just on that second point about the gender split here, there have been lots of rumors that it's not just women or girls who've been involved in being abused here, but also young boys and young men. Can you clarify how many of your own cases are male?
I would say that number is 50-50. according to the client group, it looks like when you try to, if you were to graph it, the number of males increased dramatically after 2015. We've looked at this client group and vetted it in so many different ways, as you would expect, that you can see a trend that the number of males involved increased somewhere around the 2015 timeframe. I don't know why that is, but that's what the numbers show.
And based on the
Diddy cook, man. Diddy cook. R. Kelly getting out. Hey, I seen some shit where they saying that that R. Kelly, he got a chance to get out, but I don't know, man. I don't know. R. Kelly though, this is why I say R. Kelly need to stand up. R. Kelly did what he did to the girl, right? Just hear me out. R. Kelly caught that case on that girl. He beat it in Cook County. The man got right out of the Cook County courtroom, bro, and picked up another 16-year-old, a 15-year-old. Picked up. She on Surviving Diddy, bro. Like, and she went to Kenwood High School. She like he bogus, bro. Like he just beat a case and then picked up another kid, bro. Like he a predator, man. R. Kelly a predator, man.
volume of claims you're getting, does that mean that these widespread rumors about Diddy's sexuality are likely to be true?
Yeah, I won't comment on that. I can only comment on the allegations that are being made, that will be made in a public filing. And I'll let people draw their own conclusions, but I will say that 50% of the alleged victims are in fact male. And that includes the minors that were minors at the time of the allegations.
I mean, it's truly shocking, some of these statistics you're giving. In relation to tapes or videos and stuff that you've been told about or has come into your possession, have you seen material, evidential material, which in your estimation as a lawyer could cross the line into criminal activity?
You know, that's a difficult question. You know, as most of your viewers know, the standard of proof in a civil case versus a criminal case is very different. In a criminal case, you have to prove your case.
Hard Mountain Dew with 5% alcohol is ridiculously refreshing.
Case beyond a reasonable doubt. That's why the federal authorities, you know, they typically won't bring a case unless it's rock solid. And I'm sure they talked to a lot of people. They collected a lot of evidence, and you know, from all of that, there's only 3 counts. The civil system is the standard of proof is preponderance of the evidence. I like to describe it when I'm in court as more likely than not. And so when you look at these videos and pictures and bottles of oil that I've received and other things that we've been given, you know, the piece of evidence, the piece of physical evidence or the video by it in and of itself doesn't really prove anything. You know, you see a sexual act being performed on video, but you need a witness or the victim to kind of put this in context. You know, you see some sexual act that was captured by a third party on video. You still have to have somebody to say, okay, that individual who was engaged in that, that's who that is. And this individual who was engaged in that was drugged, you know, and so that people are very interested into what do you have on video and what do you have as by way of evidence. And ultimately, in these kinds of cases, it ultimately comes down to he said, she said. That's it every single time, or he said, he said. And so the most important thing is the credibility of the victim. And typically, in these cases, the defense is always the same. When you bring these kinds of allegations against someone, the first defense is always attack the victim, try to destroy the credibility of the victim. And what I'm looking for is to make sure that the victim, that I have the evidence to put the victim in the room with the alleged perpetrator. And then I try to collect witnesses and other data to corroborate what occurred. But ultimately, it comes down to the credibility of the victim and the credibility of the alleged perpetrator. And that's why hopefully we do a very good job on the front end and make it clear to these people who are calling in that make these allegations that, look, ultimately, you'll have to testify publicly in front of a jury in an open court and tell your story, and you'll be cross-examined, and your name will be known. And that helps me, do the fact checking that we need to do to make sure that we're only bringing those claims that we believe are most credible. And unfortunately, sometimes people with real claims, real legitimate claims, it makes it difficult for them to even pursue these.
Right.
And when you feather in the fact that in many of these cases, the allegation is that the individual was drugged, it makes it even more difficult because this particular drug, this liquid G, they call it, which is basically a date rape drug, it almost wipes your memory. So it's a Herculean task with this many people making these types of claims, but just if there was just one claim, it's difficult enough. So this is a challenge. I think we're on the right side of this, and we're going to pursue these as aggressively as the court system will allow.
And finally, Mr. Busby, how long have you been a lawyer?
Coming up on 30 years.
Have you ever been involved in anything on this scale?
When the BP Horizon explosion occurred and that vessel sank, we had, obviously thousands of clients. I dealt with the Deshaun Watson cases, obviously not of this scope, but, there was a lot of media attention, but certainly nothing like this. I think, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. I've been around for a while. Even I was very surprised about the scope of this and the amount of people stepping forward who said they were victimized based upon conduct either performed by or orchestrated by Sean Combs.
It's truly shocking. Tony Busby from Houston, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate you joining me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, joining me now is the producer, director, and hip-hop documentarian Choke No Joke, the former federal prosecutor Andrew Cherkasky, and the uncensored contributor Esther Krakau. Esther, we've been sitting there. My jaw would have been dropping.
On camera,
the interview. Your jaw was dropping about what we were hearing there. Some real extraordinary detail about this Houston lawyer's.
She got 30 million for that ass.
What struck you from what you just said?
I think the most shocking thing, and you saw my jaw drop when he said there are just as many men.
I don't think Cassie thinking about that no more.
And that actually it looked like the systemic abuse of men started really to ramp up in 2015. And I can't believe it. This is a complete monster, not because of the gender of his victims, but because clearly he had no limits. And I would actually, say that with regards to what his mother said, the statement that she released, she's clearly in denial, right? Because you can't have this wave of sort of people coming forward and this much evidence, even from the Cassie video, and still say that your son is.
Well, that's interesting.
That's
because,
bizarre.
If I hadn't seen that video, I've always taken the view with all of these things, particularly since the whole Me Too thing blew up. You've got to wait for justice to be carried out. You've got to see due process take place. I think it's so important. But when I saw that video, when I saw what Diddy was actually capable of in plain sight in a hotel corridor with this girl that he was just beating up, that was so shocking that I thought that, wow, this guy, he's not the person I met several times, who was very charming and nice. He's somebody very different. And B, he's probably capable of pretty much anything.
Well, you know what made it worse? The apology video afterwards, where he didn't mention Cassie's name once.
No.
He sat there and pontificated about how he sought
It wasn't an
help,
apology, was it? It was more of a, I'm in the shit here. I need to get out of it.
Well, yeah,
right?
and it was just horrendous. And I think his mother is quite clearly in denial. I think on some deep level, she knows that this is a product of a household that she, and I'm assuming his father, ran. I never really think that people who are predators on that level just do it because, somehow they get power and they can get away with it. You really have to have a mentality, a psychology that's imbued in you from a young age. He either grew up in an environment where respecting people, particularly women, was just not a thing, or he was entitled and raised with this idea that actually if you amass enough power, you can get away with systemically.
Hey, y'all, you see what that white dude said, Piers Morgan? He said, ain't the man I met. Hey, look. That's how the jury looking at it, bro. The jury, they watching all this shit, bro. They be saying that they ain't watching none of this on the internet and they don't know Diddy and all that, man. They watching this shit. You can't help it to watch this shit. This shit popping up on TVs, phones, at Ring cameras. The Diddy popping up everywhere, bro. You can't turn nowhere without seeing something with Diddy involved. His name, his picture, something. He guilty already, bro, before he even get found guilty. He guilty. And that tape That tape don't help him at all, man. That tape gonna get him hung. That's what's gonna get him hung, man. That's what's making them gonna believe everything. Cause he said he ain't do it. He should have gave Cassie that money. I remember that shit, man. Cassie said he did it. She asked for the money, and Diddy came out with his lawyer and said, "We not giving up anything. We trying to be extorted." Say that Cassie was extorting him and everything. But then when the tape came out, Diddy then gave her the money now. He done settled for $30 million. Like, he a clown.
Abusing people. And I think we actually need to look at the households that produce a lot of these predators, a lot of these serial rapists and sexual assaulters, than just looking at them as individuals who've decided to go rogue. It's much more systemic than that.
Let me bring in Choke No Joke. Now, you were part of Diddy's entourage at a commercial event a year ago where he was welcomed like a king by fans and industry.
So this is our Flippy 3. Flippy 3 is actually twice as fast. We've essentially cut the unnecessary motions that were happening with Flippy 2. The robot motions are
industry people. We've got some Ulay of that. You know, this is Diddy as we knew him before this scandal erupted. It was actually just before the video got leaked as well to CNN of him beating up his then girlfriend at the time. Are you as stunned as everybody else, Choke No Joke, about what's happened here to Diddy?
First of all, let me say hello to you, Piers Morgan. I am surprised at a lot of the allegations, but I want to correct you. I wasn't a part of his entourage. I was there independently, documenting as I do, and
I see. Yeah.
I know him from the past, so yeah, I was there to document the revolt.
But you have attended, unless I'm mistaken, you have attended these freak-off parties at the invitation of Diddy on occasion. And there was one party, you said, where Diddy tried to come on to you and looked at him like he was Beyonce in a bikini, you said. You were invited by Diddy personally. And then
hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hey, we ain't never heard this shit. Have y'all ever heard this shit, man? Hey, Choke with the joke. Hey, we ain't heard this shit, man. Puffy tried to come on to him, bro. And he looked like Puffy with like a bikini. What the fuck? Hey, Piers Morgan, he tried to go in on motherfuckers low key. Hold on, y'all.
Clear that up, because let me clear that up, because you like mashing a bunch of stuff in.
Hold on, y'all. He just went on.
Choke No Joke. Now, you were part of Diddy's entourage.
He just went in on him, bro.
Ago, where he was welcomed like a king by fans and industry people. We've got some Ulay of that. You know, this is Diddy as we knew him before the scandal
right
erupted.
There.
It was actually just before the video got leaked as well to CNN of him beating up his then girlfriend at the time. Are you as stunned as everybody else, Choke No Joke, about what's happened here to Diddy?
First of all, let me say hello to you, Piers Morgan. I am surprised at a lot of the allegations, but I want to correct you. I wasn't a part of his entourage. I was there independently, documenting as I do, and
I see. Yeah.
I know him from the past, so yeah, I was there to document the revolt.
But you have attended, unless I'm mistaken, you have attended these freak-off parties at the invitation of Diddy on occasion. And there was one party, you said, where Diddy tried to come on to you and looked at him like he was Beyonce in a bikini, you said. You were invited by Diddy personally. He said there were also women there who were known in the industry to be gay and so on. I mean, just when you say you're not shocked,
let me clear that up, because you like mashing a bunch of stuff in, together. All right, one, it wasn't a freak-off party. Well, it may have been. I'm not sure because I didn't go inside. But it was and I wasn't invited by him. I was actually with Little Kim and Hillary Weston, who was Little Kim's manager at the time. And we had went to the BET Awards, and then we went to an after party. At the after party is when Diddy or Sean Combs invited Kim to meet us at the CEO, Steve Rifkin's house. When we went to Steve Rifkin's house, which would be that after party, I was at that house where that's where Diddy came on to me at. And there was a lot of people there, but I was on the outside, the back porch of the house. I never went inside.
Okay.
So whatever went on inside, I didn't get to see.
And when you say Diddy,
but he did come on to me.
Yeah, I
at
mean,
that
so
time.
tell me about that. I mean, what happened?
As far as what?
Him coming on to you.
He just made a pass at me, and I did.
Hey, see, they going on these shows thinking that they finna clout up and all that shit, trying to get famous. Choke the goat, you will look like an asshole. On everything, you look like a straight ass. Piers Morgan lacing your ass, boy. Ashy Larry looking ass. Hey, Piers Morgan, he getting him. He on his ass.
Party. Well, it may have been. I'm not sure because I didn't go inside. But it was and I wasn't invited by him.
Hey, I told y'all, bro. Everybody been to a Puff party. Now, what's the chances you going where Puff at, but you ain't going inside? You standing outside. Like, come on, man. Come on with them sad ass stories, bro. Hey, look, that's why I say, like, all them people who talking about Puff, bro, it ain't gonna stand up in court because you got guys like this. Yeah, you know, just like Bill Clinton. I smoked some weed, but I didn't inhale. Like, what the fuck you mean, bro? Like, I puffed on some weed, but I didn't inhale it. You got high, nigga. On everything. If I puff some weed, some of that smoke that went down my throat, man. I done inhaled it. You know, that's some bullshit. He ain't want to go inside, so Diddy brought the party outside, man.
I was actually with Little Kim and Hillary Weston, who was Little Kim's manager at the time. And we had went to the BET Awards, and then we went to an after party. At the after party is when Diddy or Sean Combs invited Kim to meet us at the CEO, Steve Rifkin's house. When we went to Steve Rifkin's house, which would be that after party, I was at that house where that's where Diddy came on to me at. And there was a lot of people there, but I was on the outside, the back porch of the house. I never went inside.
Okay.
So whatever went on inside, I didn't get to see.
And when you say Diddy,
but he did come on to me.
Yeah. So tell me about that. I mean, what happened?
As far as what?
Him coming on to you.
He just made a pass at me, and I denied it, all with looks, and that was it.
How did you respond?
And that wasn't it. You know, once I realized that he.
Man, did y'all just hear what this man just said? He said the man threw a pass at him, and he denied it with looks. He ain't say nothing. Man, that man probably went up through his tunnel and everything, man. You ain't say nothing, and Puffy just backed down, bro. They say you got to tell Puffy no.
As far as what?
Him coming on to you.
He just made a pass at me, and I denied it, all with looks, and that was it.
How did you respond?
And that wasn't it. You know, once I realized that he was hitting on me, and I looked at my environment and realized that most of the people there were gay or bisexual, then I caught on to where we were at, and I grabbed Hillary Weston and I pulled her outside and I told her, hey, Diddy's over here hitting on me. Go get Little Kim. We are leaving. And that's what we did.
Because there have been a lot of rumors about Diddy's sexuality, and I think it's only relevant in the sense that the lawyer I just spoke to in Texas says that half of the victims that he's representing are male, which would suggest here that, and they're all connected in some way to Diddy, obviously claims at this stage, but that would certainly suggest that Diddy is at very least bisexual.
I would believe that to be true. From him passing on to me, a straight man don't hit on a straight man. But can I say one thing in regards to your last guest?
Yeah.
That was saying that his mother's in denial. I don't think that's a fair statement for her to say, and I don't like the fact that she said he was raised in the household with a mother and father and blah blah blah. Because I'm a guy that grew up in the projects. My mother always made sure I did right. My father always made sure I did right. But when I got on outside of the door of the other threshold, the streets told me different. And I did a lot of things that my mother couldn't even fathom today that I did. So when she says that, you know, his mother's in denial or she may be part of the reason for his behavior, a lot of our behavior comes from being in the street and
Hold on, I think you misunderstood
and I don't
what I
think
was
that
saying.
was a fair statement.
I think you misunderstood what I was saying. First of all, of course, individuals are responsible for their own actions, but individuals are not from the ground.
Hold on, man.
They're raised in homes. They're raised with values and cultures. I'm not blaming his mother in any.
Boy, he just got checked by the crocodile hunter on my mama. She said, "Hey, hold on, mate. Hold on, mate. Who you talking to? You was the one at a Diddy party, mate." Hell no, gotta rewind that. Remix.
For their own actions, but individuals are not.
But can I say one thing in regards to your last guest?
Yeah.
That was saying that his mother's in denial. I don't think that's a fair statement for her to say, and I don't like the fact that she said he was raised in the household with a mother and father and blah blah blah. Because I'm a guy that grew up in the projects. My mother always made sure I did right. My father always made sure I did right. But when I got on outside of the door of the other threshold, the streets told me different. And I did a lot of things that my mother couldn't even fathom today that I did. So when she says that, you know, his mother's in denial or she may be part of the reason for his behavior, a lot of our behavior comes from being in the street and
Hold on, I think you misunderstood
and I don't
what I
think
was
that
saying.
was a fair
Hold on.
statement.
I think you misunderstood what I was saying. First of all, of course, individuals are responsible for their own actions, but individuals are not dug up from the ground or hatched from eggs. They're raised in homes. They're raised with values and cultures. I'm not blaming his mother in any way, shape, or form, but any parent whose child is accused of these sorts of crimes will undoubtedly just reflect and think, is there anything that I could have done? That's all I was insinuating. And also, she is in denial because we've all seen that Cassie video. Someone who is capable of treating Cassie like that, dragging her around like a rag doll. I'm sorry, you shouldn't be shocked when allegations of this kind come forward, particularly with the stuff like 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his home. First of all, what is he doing with all of that? And secondly, those poor babies that have been deprived of their moisturizer, right? At some point, if you're looking at it objectively, you cannot be surprised after that Cassie video came out that he is also capable of doing the things that are being alleged against him. That's not to blame his mother. That is to say that if you're looking at this objectively, which of course she won't be able to because it's her son, you have to believe there's an element of denial there. That's not to say that people who grew up in disadvantaged situations will always turn out this way.
The truth is we don't know, right? We don't know. I think it's perfectly possible, as Choke just said, that you can be one thing with your parents, but if you then get out on the streets and you get led down various bad places, you could be something which maybe you're the one in denial to your parents. I can absolutely believe that to be but the truth is we don't know. But look, she won't be the first and won't be the last mother to defend the indefensible with her son. Let me bring in Andrew here. You're a former federal prosecutor. We've heard from a civil case lawyer who's got 120 civil actions. And I said to him, has he seen stuff that passes the bar of criminality? It's very hard to say because you need to go through the whole process of building a criminal case. From everything you're seeing about this case, do you think that there is any doubt that P. Diddy is going to end up going to prison for a long time?
There's a mountain of evidence against him, and the federal prosecutors who brought this case, especially in the complex way that they did, are sure to get convictions along the way. I think that their charge sheet is indicative of years and years of evidence that they have deeply investigated at this point that will lead to undoubtedly convictions, and that will lead to a significant amount of jail time. That said, there are going to be battles along the way, both in the criminal realm as well as the civil realm, because the devil is often in the details. So the prosecutors, as well as the civil attorneys, are going to have to prove their case. And in most of the situations, they're going to have to prove it on kind of a day in, day out basis. On this date, this specific thing happened. The general idea that there were orgies that happened, or the general idea that drugs may have been present, or some people did drugs, some people had feelings like if they didn't do this, they wouldn't be able to advance. Some of that stuff is not going to actually raise the charges with sufficient proof to prove either in the criminal realm or the civil realm. They're really going to have to get those criminalized elements, or in the civil case, things that look like criminal actions, the kind of removal of consent, or the pushing through these acts without consent present. And when you see over 100 people in a civil lawsuit, certainly there is concern that people are jumping on a bandwagon. Perhaps they were present and they're just saying that something non-consensual happened in one of those situations. So each of those cases are going to have to be tested. And I think the final point on, especially with Mr. Busby speaking earlier, saying that there are others that might be involved. I think the feds are going to be looking at all of those people involved and kind of giving them an option. Were you a victim? Are you somebody who we can have say something against Diddy? Or is this something where you're part of the conspiracy and we're going to add charges? Similar in the civil case, you know, he's not naming names. Is he trying to reach hush money kind of settlements here? I think that as he's pushing forward the narrative that there were many people involved, we want to hear those names, and we want to be assured that there's not hush money agreements going on, and that he's not simply dangling the idea that he's going to drop these names before he has the opportunity to reach a settlement.
Yeah, I mean, on Fox News, their lawyer Brian Claypool said if Combs doesn't testify in this case, he's dead on arrival. Would you concur with that?
Testimony is something that I guess it has only some value to it, because of course he's going to deny it if he were to testify. I think what the case really comes down to is the corroborating evidence. It is difficult when an alleged victim goes in and simply testifies that this happened to me. Any case, whether it's criminal or civil, juries want some sort of corroboration. They want the feeling from the alleged victim that it happened and that it's reliable, but they want to look at that surrounding information. So are there videos that show it? And how can you interpret the different things that are in the video? What does the timeline look like, the text messages, the conversation surrounding the events? So it's all going to come down to corroboration on those individual cases. As I said, the devil's in the details. They're really going to have to prove the nuance of each case.
Yeah. I mean, Chuck, you've chronicled the hip hop world for a long time. You know, I can't pretend that I'm massively shocked that the hip hop world is full of guys behaving badly and displaying at the very, very least rampant misogyny. I mean, the lyrics are full of it. So there's been a kind of brazen celebration of misogyny for a long time in the hip hop world. Is it really shocking that Diddy and potentially other big names in the hip hop world have been, you know, holding out the carrot of record contracts and stuff and using their fame and money to drug and abuse people?
Well, for me, you know, I've been in hip hop for 30 years, even before I was born. You know, I have a documentary out called The Hip Hop Nucleus, a documentary on the tunnel, which is out right now. But that I've been in the club since Diddy was performing at the tunnel. I've been shooting him before he was a millionaire. So I've seen all these guys come from nothing and go to millionaires, to multimillionaires, to billionaires, allegedly. Right. But throughout my travels in the industry, once I got to a certain point, like BET, I started to notice a different change in the industry where it was more of gatekeepers, and, you know, I had to succumb to homosexuality. There's drugs being passed around. And, you know, I don't do these type of things. You know, my mother's a recovering addict over 30 years, so I would never do drugs. But yes, these things are a part of the culture, and the sexuality is a part of the culture. And if you don't succumb to it, like myself, my career suffered because I didn't succumb to homosexuality or the drugs.
I mean, Esther, it's, you know, like I say, I can't pretend I'm massively shocked. It is shocking to see the scale of it.
Yeah.
But am I shocked that top hip hop stars, you know, were having pretty awful parties where they did pretty awful things? I can't pretend I am.
I mean, I'm a bit shocked at the lack of judgment. So P. Diddy had friends, right? He had accomplices, he had friends, he had acquaintances. Other than sort of the ground staff, the infrastructure that kept his sick operation ticking. You know, he had high profile friends. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to seem libelous, but they were household names. They were celebrities in their own rights. They were artists, they were actresses and all of that. All of whom, in the years that they've been friends with him had at least seen or suspected some sort of character defects, to put it nicely. And they still remain friends with him. They still chose to associate with him. And I draw contrast to 50 Cent, who I hope in my life I never get on the bad side of, because he is a complete bulldog. He's ruthless, right? But 50 Cent and Eminem always made it clear that they never...
Together?
Sorry?
I said, can I say birds of a feather flock together?
Yeah, well, yes, exactly.
All those people that you are naming about that's around Diddy, been around him, all these people, they all circled and they praised him at his time. Just 1 year ago, Diddy had the #1 album in the country with the Love album. He was celebrated. He got Lifetime Achievement Awards. He got the key to the city. They all celebrated him because they all play in the same cesspool. But now that he's in trouble, the reason why you don't see no support is because they might get pulled in. But Diddy lived a rock star life, no similar to Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith. All these guys had groupies. They all did drugs. They all went on tour. The only difference between R. Kelly and Hugh Hefner is Hugh Hefner made it to the made it to the grave with a smile on his face. All R. Kelly did was try to be Hugh Hefner. So all these people, they all, is black and is white.
Well,
right?
Hugh Hefner, look, to be clear, hang on. To be clear, Hugh Hefner didn't sleep with minors that we're aware of, and R. Kelly did.
I mean, Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, but there's girls that he popped Quaaludes in their mouth. You ever hear the girl talk about how when she first met Hugh Hefner, first thing he did was made them try drugs? He drugged them?
Yeah, I'm just saying that there was a difference between minors and adults who were, on the face of it, consenting. There's a difference.
Well, the minors have not been proved yet, those allegations. And trust me, I'm not defending Diddy. I'm just saying, let's not just make it about it's just Diddy and let's not put allegations as facts until we see the facts.
No,
and
listen, I totally believe in due process. There are lots of people spraying all sorts of names out there, making all sorts of wild claims. This scandal is getting bigger every day. And we've got to remain cognizant that a lot of people have their own agendas here, might have their own feuds going on, might have their own scores to settle and so on. I was going to ask you, Andrew, just from a federal prosecutor point of view, when you get a name as big as Diddy and there's lots of money flushing around in potential settlements, how wary would you be about people just trying it on, for a cash grab?
Oh, I think that's a big concern that in the exploration to get to the truth, and that's what the prosecutors are going to be trying to do here, is they're getting to the truth in a manner that they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt. There's a lot of evidence that they can use.
Hey, it seemed like Piers Morgan just struck a chord. Seemed like he just struck a chord with Piers Morgan when he said something about Hugh Hefner, man. Hey, I keep on asking people, what's the difference between Hugh Hefner and the rest of them? What's the difference? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I know Hugh Hefner had a lot of hoes with him, though. A lot of females. I guess his shit was legal to them. He had a legal entity. You know what I'm saying? And Diddy and them shit illegal. I don't know, man, but I know he just struck a nerve when he just brought up Hugh Hefner, man.
along the way. They can take the dozens and dozens of people that are making these claims and they can look to see if it fits into the wider scheme. Is that good evidence that they're going to be able to use to bolster their case? And I think one of the big missteps along the way would be if prosecutors or if the civil attorneys put forward cases or allegations that fall flat, something that is proven to be inconsistent or something that shows that one of these folks was trying to create a buzz about them or trying to go for a money grab, and then that infiltrates and pollutes the rest of the case.
Yeah.
So the prosecutors, the civil attorneys, they've all got to be very careful to bring only truly credible cases of criminal acts, not people with regrettable positions that they were put in or things where they're looking back on this and trying to reframe it. Truly criminal activities are going to be the focus here, and making sure that those cases are highly reliable.
Well, that was a bit like we saw with Harvey Weinstein, wasn't it? Where there were many, many women who came forward, but they were quite careful, the feds, in the particular cases they took, so that they could almost guarantee conviction. And I think that's what they'll probably be doing here. Is, I'd like you say, if you overdo it and you have too many cases you put forward, and some of them are suspect and collapse, you can have a very domino effect on everything. So they'll be very cautious, I'm sure. Just on something else there, Andrew, new court documents revealed today show that Sean Combs' lawyers have apparently made a third attempt for him to get bond. Now, one of the attempts involved $50 million, which in itself said to me, this is a very serious case against him, because for them to reject a $50 million bond was pretty unprecedented. The fact they keep trying to get it and keep having it rejected, what does that tell you?
Well, it tells me that the judge sees this as serious as the prosecutors do. I mean, these are crimes that are so serious that it would likely leave Sean Combs in jail the rest of his life, or nearly for the rest of his life. So the idea that if he were released, is he going to show up to his hearings on time, and is he going to not commit further criminal activity? The judge is saying that he can't be assured of that. I think some of us are surprised that Sean Combs actually remained while the investigation was going on. You know, after his house was raided, he didn't make the kind of grand flee effort to go to some sort of non-extradition type country. So I don't know where he'd go. He doesn't have a great kind of escape option, but
can you see this? That's how much I got paid from this one Airbnb.
Yeah, man, Diddy gone, man. They don't like when you say something about Hugh Hefner, man. He got mad than a motherfucker. Y'all could talk about black people all day. You want him to sit on there and bash, and you want him to sit on there and bash Diddy all day. Even though he was with even though Choke was with the shit, bro. Choke gotta stop lying. Choke been touched in some more shit, bro. Hey man, hey, I wanna pay respect and prayers out to the storm victims real quick, bro. There's a lot of people on my page.
And Hurricane Milton now re-intensifying tonight as millions make their way out of the Sunshine State. We start with team coverage. Karis Harmon is live in Jupiter with Floridians for the worst. But first, we begin with Ryan Smith at the live desk, timing it out with when, Ryan, this monster storm is expected to make landfall.
And tonight, the National Hurricane Center now reporting that Milton's track had actually nudged slightly south this afternoon, with the cone now spanning from Pasco County, Florida. That's one county north of the city of Tampa, all the way south to Fort Myers. Most models still show the real brunt of this storm impacting the greater Tampa Bay region, potentially making landfall over Sarasota now sometime in the overnight hours come Thursday morning. Look at the evacuation traffic here. Earlier today, more than 5 million Floridians across 11 counties now under evacuation orders. Take a listen, an eerie warning here from law enforcement urging those residents to get out now.
If you choose not to evacuate, you do so at your own risk.
If you choose to stay in an evacuation area, you're going to die. It's very serious.
Don't gamble with you and your loved one's life. Make the preparations. Find a hotel. Find a family member.
And drone video to show you now, piles and piles of all that debris left behind from Hurricane Helene. This is on Treasure Island, Florida, but you'll find streets like this one just about everywhere across the greater Bay Area. And it's one of the reasons why officials and law enforcement say it is absolutely critical to evacuate large, heavy items will soon become dangerous, perhaps even deadly projectiles when Milton slams into Florida.
Hurricane Milton is expected to bring destructive weather to parts of Georgia and northeast Florida in less than 24 hours. Karis Harmon joining us from Jacksonville tonight. Karis, it's a place where folks are evacuating until they can safely make it home. But of course, some people are staying behind. From your vantage point, how are residents getting ahead
Praying
of this?
for you, 1, 2, 3, go get it, man. I appreciate you for supporting me, bro. I'm praying for you.
Well, they're
brother.
really just trying to stay prepared. We were in Gainesville a little bit earlier today, and people were there getting their sandbags. They were just saying they were wanting to do anything that they can to stay prepared. Now, we spoke with some people who are also saying that they're staying put, like you said.
Seeing the devastation from the previous one, it's like, man, just think of it. Yes, I'm very concerned.
A long line of cars waiting to get free sandbags from the city of Gainesville. Residents in line tell us they're worried about Milton's arrival.
Very concerned. It's big. It's a lot of power, and it doesn't look like it's moving too fast, so it could be a big storm.
More than 10,000 sandbags have been provided to residents so far this week, according to the city's Public Works Department.
People are just preparing, making sure that they're covered at their homes and personal property.
People lined up at this gas station, filling up emergency gas cans, because some gas stations in the area are out of fuel. Some residents at the pump tell us they are not evacuating.
We're not moving. We're not moving. We hung it out with Helene, and she was closer to us than Milton is, so we're going to hang it out.
During the storms, folks typically come to Alachua County to evacuate, but evacuees heading this way could see some trouble. Hotels in the area are at capacity.
Currently, there are no vacancy rates in Alachua County for hotels. Our shelters here in Alachua County will be opening up at noon. If they do get filled, there are contingency shelters in place to help with displaced people.
Some evacuees even traveled as far north as Jacksonville to distance themselves from Milton.
It was crazy. At 5 o'clock in the morning, there was the highway was packed and a whole bunch of people trying to get out. The drive was crazy, but everyone's safe, so it's okay.
They say they're hoping their home will look the same as they left it.
We had the Hurricane Helene last week. I just pray that everyone else is going to be okay, not just myself. We got out there, but some people that can't leave, that feel stuck, I pray for them that they're going to be okay as well.
And he says other than pray, all he can do now is hope for the best. I'm in Jacksonville. Karis Harmon, back to you.
North Carolina officials are now confirming more deaths related to Hurricane Helene. They're adding 5 more verified storm-related deaths tonight, bringing the total fatalities to 84. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper toured some of the damage across the western part of the state yesterday. He praised how the community has stepped up to help one another.
Just the people who live here have been amazing because they've stepped up to help each other, and they've also shown an amazing sense of determination to make sure that they come back.
The governor says crews are still working to open roads and reach communities. Right now, 1,700 National Guard members and FEMA officials are in the state to assist in recovery efforts. The National News Desk is partnering with the Salvation Army and our parent company for Sinclair Care's Hurricane Helene relief. With your support, we can help those in the disaster zones. Sinclair will match the first $50,000 raised at sinclaircares.com. And already our current donation number is at a little over $277,000, including our match. That brings us to over $327,000.
Man, if your ass in that hurricane, get out, man. Get out, man, if you can. If you can't, man, I don't know, man. Praying for you, man. Just sit and pray somewhere, man. That's all you can do, man. If God gonna take you, he gonna take you anyway, man.
Now to this at 5 o'clock. Several Chicago council members, as well as community and business leaders, are calling on Mayor Johnson to temporarily bring back ShotSpotter.
They argue the city can't wait until the next technology is put in place. WGN's Courtney Spinelli has details from City Hall.
Today, several aldermen joined business leaders to pledge $2.5 million to help fund the cost of reactivating ShotSpotter while the city looks for a replacement technology. In the 2 weeks since the system went dark in Chicago, some argue the impacts have already been deadly.
ShotSpotter isn't the be-all to end-all tool. It's a tool that our superintendent said he needs and we need in our community.
That's why several alderpersons, including David Moore, say they asked the business community for help and it answered. They're offering $2.5 million to help cover some of the interim costs of continuing ShotSpotter for 15 months.
We are committed to combating the crisis of crime here in Chicago.
The company behind ShotSpotter offered to extend through December 2025 for $9.5 million, nearly half of what it would have cost. But Johnson stuck to a campaign promise despite overwhelming opposition from city council declining to ink a deal.
The police superintendent should be the only one making this decision.
Longtime activist Father Michael Flager feels this shouldn't be up to the mayor, city council, or residents. Last month, city council members voted to overturn the mayor's decision to eliminate ShotSpotter and give the power to Superintendent Larry Snelling to agree to a contract with the company, a move Johnson called illegal and promised to veto.
We need every technology we can to help know where shots are being fired at and where bodies may be laying on the ground in need of emergency care.
Supporters of the technology argue until people feel comfortable calling 911 to report shots fired, anything to help is critical. Critics, including the mayor, have argued ShotSpotter leads to over-policing. As the city looks for a new technology, this group says they hope the mayor hears their call for an interim solution.
We're here today because people are dying in neighborhoods that were once served by ShotSpotter.
19-year-old Sierra Evans is believed to have been shot more than 9 hours before she was found in an alleyway in the East Side neighborhood. A 14-year-old boy was found on a sidewalk in the 3500 block of West Cermak, allegedly shot more than an hour before the first 911 call. That's the same amount of time officials say it took the first 911 caller after a 26-year-old man was shot at 79th and Ashland. All 3 victims died, and while the system no longer alerts police, ShotSpotter says it detected gunshots in all 3 cases.
Every second counts, but we need a system now to help respond to devastations that happen in the city of Chicago.
We have reached out to the mayor's office to ask whether they will consider that $2.5 million offer. And during that press conference today, Moore was asked whether this money could be going toward investing in Black and brown communities rather than technology. He says they are making investments in communities, and the two are not mutually exclusive.
Smash that like button. Yeah. Vulnerable communities. Hey, we see you. We understand you. Hey, little bop, man. I understand your broke ass, man. I understand your sick ass. Whatever you is, bro. You gotta be broke or sick, man. And if you either one, I hope you God take your sick ass, nigga, on everything. Whoever trolling. If you trolling and you a sick motherfucker, I hope God take you, man. Hurry up and speed up your process. Cause you in the way getting on my live, man, commenting on some bullshit from a fake page, man. So I'ma wish bad on you. Whoever trolling, man, I hope God take you, man. On everything. I hope God take you upstairs soon so I can report about it. Amen. I control too, nigga.
Topping the 10 tonight, breaking news downtown. We heard sirens speeding past our studio. That
ended up at Trump Tower. Roads were closed nearby with a lot of police on the scene. That's where Charlie DeMar is live to tell us what is going on. Charlie.
And Erica, there was a massive police response here to Trump Tower. Dozens of police officers, even a SWAT car staged in front. Now, the situation does appear to be under control now, but I do want to give you a sense of the scene as there still are a number of squad cars still out here. Police say this all started after a gun was spotted inside a room by an employee. Now, the call came in just before 7 tonight, and after that gun was spotted in a room, we were told one person was taken into custody. Traffic on Wabash was closed in both directions as police were seen going in and out of the building. Pedestrians were unable to walk on the east side of the bridge. Now, it's unclear if this large police presence is connected to where we are, of course, Trump Tower. But again, this incident does appear to have come to an end after an alert employee spotted a gun inside Trump Tower, reported it, one person taken into custody without incident. Now, the former president was off the campaign trail. He will be back at it in Pennsylvania tomorrow. Next week, the former president expected to be here in Chicago speaking at the Economic Club. And when he is in Chicago, he typically stays here at his property. We are live in the loop tonight. Charlie DeMar, CBS News, Chicago. Erica?
Hell yeah, Trump Tower. Trump Tower, decent downtown though. I'd rather go to the Trump Tower than the Western Hotel, the W. They be shooting at the W. You motherfuckers be asking you, do you want pills and all type of shit outside the W? But Trump Tower, you ain't gonna find nobody unless they are like one of them motherfuckers who just walking around lost. Hell yeah, it's cool though downtown in Trump Tower. Tamar is the young Dolph. Tamar, I think young Dolph, the trial. I think the trial started again. Hold on, let me just check just to make sure, because I know that's one thing that we're gonna watch tomorrow, the trial. Young oh shit, I ain't even put it right. I gotta listen to this real quick one more time. I gotta see.
Get a business insurance quote over the phone.
I gotta see when the next court days. Gotta see when the next court days. One more time.
Or online in minutes at Bybrick.com.
Well, all eyes were on Memphis Thursday as a guilty verdict was read for Justin Johnson in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. But prosecutors say this is only the beginning in the fight for justice, and eyes are now turning to other men charged in the case. WREG's Shay Simon has more on what's next.
Affirm this verdict. As to the first-degree murder, I sentence you to life in prison.
Moments after a jury found Justin Johnson guilty Thursday on all 3 counts in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph, this cryptic post was shared to Johnson's Instagram, saying they can throw away the keys.
I'm just trying to see when is the next people getting going to trial
before I ever eat the cheese.
Justice has been done, at least so far.
With at least 4 others charged in this case, it is far from over. Cornelia Smith and Hernandez Govin now both face charges of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and attempted first-degree murder. Smith's case is reset to November 15th.
Like I told the court, there'll be a point where he goes to prison.
Jamarcus Johnson, Justin Johnson's half-brother, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of accessory after the fact and has a court hearing on October 9th. And you may remember Shondell Barnett. He was in the car Johnson was driving when he was captured in Indiana. He has now been on the run.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Be a point where he goes to prison.
Jamarcus Johnson, Justin Johnson's half-brother, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of accessory after the fact and has a court hearing on October 9th.
So he go to court tomorrow.
You may remember Shondell Barnett. He was in the car Johnson was driving when he was captured in Indiana. He has now been on the run since 2022 with charges that include first-degree murder.
We will
Buddy on the run.
continue to make sure that all of those who are responsible for young Dolph's death receive the punishment they deserve.
For your news leader in Memphis, Shay Simon, WR.
Guess what I'm looking for? These 2 motherfuckers right here.
This case, it is far from over. Cornelius Smith and Hernandez Govin now both face charges of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and attempted first-degree murder. Smith's case is reset to November 15th.
Like I told the court, there'll be a point where he goes to prison.
Jamarcus Johnson, Justin Johnson's half-brother, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of accessory after the fact. And
So they court days in November. The ones that we want to see. We don't want to see the other 2. November is Govin. Right before Thanksgiving, Mr. Postman.
Well, you know, Meek Mill is also someone who has been tied into this whole Diddy situation, you know, mainly because of the Lil Rob lawsuit where, you know, Lil Rob claims that Diddy told him that they hooked up. You know, so Meek Mill tweets recently that he wants to hire an investigation team and pay him $100K to find out every specific detail involving him and the Diddy case.
That sounds strange. Because you as a man, if you know you ain't do nothing and you ain't got no problem with nothing and you sure with yourself, you don't give what nobody else say. Why you gotta hire somebody that you want to make sure or prove to somebody else that you and Diddy didn't have a relationship when you know within yourself you didn't have a relationship with him? Tell him, give me 100,000. I'll tell him, make sure everybody know that. Don't make no sense as a man. They talked about Jesus Christ. What are you worrying about what they say about him?
Do you think maybe he just wants to know what the feds know about him?
The feds gonna let them know anyway. When Diddy gets discovery, if he lets this go to the point whereas that whatever the feds is charging him with, they have to give discovery. Now, they don't have to give and show everybody what's on those tapes. You understand what I'm saying? And those tapes could be locked up and sealed away for a very long time. But whatever they charge with, they're going to give the defense team the discovery. And if it's seen that somebody is there doing something that appears to be illegal, and he's a part of that, it'll be in the discovery.
From what I understand, the feds are real tricky.
go
It's
back
not
to
like
Judge
the
Day
state
next.
where they
Judge
let
Day
you know
next.
everything ahead of time. Like a lot of this stuff you might not even know up until right before the trial starts.
They can't produce it still, bro. If in fact he's being charged with something, that's where you have your good lawyers tell the judge, nah, Your Honor, we didn't get that. You can't bring that in court like that. That's what you have good lawyers for.
One of the things that I think was, you know, I kind of just didn't understand it, but they're saying that Diddy is facing asset forfeiture. The government wants to seize the properties tied to racketeering, sex trafficking, and prostitution charges.
That's a good way of saying that what a black man has earned all these years for doing music, we want to take it away.
Hey, see, this why I don't understand. Like Gene, what do Gene like? Where is Gene? Where is Gene fit in this shit? Because like 1 minute Gene bashing Meek Mill, bashing P Diddy, and then he like taking up on who gives a fuck about the mansions. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Meek Mills. Hey, Meek Mills, that's weird though, bro. Cause like Meek Mill saying like I'll pay $100K to find out what I got to do with the case. Like, bro, why is you even in the case having a freak off with Diddy? Like having encounters with Diddy. Your name shouldn't even be in there. And then they didn't say Meek Mill name, but they said a person who used to go with Nicki Minaj. So Meek Mill, he know that's him.
Because he didn't get this from doing music, which is a lie. He got those things for doing music, selling alcohol, doing whatever he was doing. So now they want to put a crime on it and try to seize his property and seize his things that he has earned, which has nothing to do with what they're trying to charge him with.
Yeah, it's literally nothing to do with what he's being charged with, which is what I thought was kind of crazy. But I guess because it's a RICO situation that, you know, they can try to work something out, but I don't know, it's probably going to be difficult.
Yeah, because his money was you know loaned, whereas the point that anything he has, he could either put mortgages and all these other things on it. So the Fed is out of their mind with that one.
What's up? This is Cam Capone.
All right, so I gotta go back a couple of them. Hold on.
Well, all eyes.
Topping the 10 tonight, breaking news down.
Now to this at 5 o'clock. Several Chicago council members, as well as community and business leaders, are calling.
At Honest, we know that
Smash
touch
that like
is your
button,
baby's
y'all.
first
So the
love
video
language.
can get around. Smash that like button.
Our safe ingredients provide the comfort and care your baby's delicate skin needs. Effective for the whole family, sensitive skin stays protected with our hypoallergenic, physician-tested products. Because when you care for the
An employee of a restaurant on the South Side is now charged with murder in the shooting of 2 people inside the business.
And WGN's Dana Rebick is at the 6th District headquarters with the latest on this developing story. Dana.
Chicago police announcing these murder charges this evening, telling us that police found this suspect not far from the restaurant where this shooting took place. And just about a half an hour after this incident, both customers and coworkers today shaken by this act of violence.
And I thought he was a nice guy. I don't know what triggered him to do that or want to harm somebody that's in the store with us as well.
A coworker of 42-year-old Mehdi Medalel shocked to learn the cashier at the JJ Fish and Chicken restaurant at 78th and Western is now charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
I'm totally just blown away.
You just never know who has a gun, but it doesn't surprise me. I don't know what their policy is, but it doesn't surprise me.
Customers arrived to find the store closed today after what unfolded last night. Chicago police say around 10:30, Medalel got into an argument with 2 male customers, pulled out a gun and shot them both in the head. The victim, years old, both died at the scene. An employee tells us one of them was homeless.
He's sitting there with me every day. Sometimes I fed him. He was homeless. He didn't harm nobody or anything.
And I have seen a couple of homeless people in here eating when I come and order my food. And I was talking to the young man back at the gas station, and he said it was one of the guys that comes in there. So I really don't know. I've never seen no trouble. And as I said, it's always they're always pleasant to me.
Detectives say Medellel ran from the scene after the shooting. Police found him about a half hour later in the 1700 block of West 79th Street and took him into custody. Detectives were on scene through the early morning hours collecting evidence. Employees tell us there are surveillance cameras both in and outside the store.
I can't even wrap my mind around it. You know, I can't wrap my mind around it now.
Those who frequent this restaurant shaken, unsure if they'll return.
Now I'm kind of skeptical. I don't think I'm going back in there. I don't, no, I'm not going back. I do Uber Eats or something, like it's just not working. That's scary. That's really scary.
We do not know if there were any other customers inside the restaurant when this all happened. As of this hour, the names of these two victims have not been released. Live at the 6th Police District, Dana Rebick, WGN News.
Well, y'all see who it was. You don't never know who got a gun, man. So safe to say, man, just watch what you say to people, bro. Just watch what you say to people, man. If you don't even know the person, bro, you shouldn't even say nothing to that person anyway, bro. That's how I think. That's how I think. Like you will be able to keep your life, by just not saying nothing to nobody, bro.
Chicago police say they're talking to a person of interest in a deadly shooting at a Southwest Side restaurant.
Witnesses say an employee shot and killed two men after an argument. Our Dana Rebick is live at the 6th District Police Station on the South Side with more on this. Dana.
We did just learn within the last hour that Chicago police are now questioning this person of interest in this case. We do not know if that person is the alleged shooter or if they have some other connection to what unfolded last night. Here's some video of the scene. This all happened inside the JJ Fish and Chicken restaurant at 78th and Western in the Ashburn neighborhood. This was around 10:30 last night. Police say two customers, men in their 50s, got into an argument with a male employee who then pulled out a gun and shot both of them in the head. The victims, who are 55 and 56 years old, both died at the scene.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's a crazy situation, man. You go in there for some fish and come out with wings, man. It's a crazy situation, man. Just be mindful, man, of the different personalities, man, that's around you. That's in this world, man. Everybody ain't playing. Everybody ain't bullshitting, bro, when they say they're going to get you, bro. Some people going to get you for real. A threat of anything could trigger somebody off. Just remember. We got Lil J say he'll be home soon. Cairo decent, man. Cairo straight, bro. Cairo straight. He up in there with damn near his family up in there with him, so he ain't getting touched. Probably when he go to the next place, he probably get beat up or something, but not this place. There's too many people he know up in the same unit with him, so he ain't getting touched, y'all.
All right, in the past couple hours, the Justice Department announced that it stopped a potential terror plot aimed at Election Day. According to newly unsealed charges, federal agents thwarted a plot to kill Americans on November 5th. It involved an Afghan national living in Oklahoma City acting on behalf of ISIS. Investigators say Nasir Ahmad Tawadi was arrested yesterday. It alleges Tawadi was trying to buy 2 AK-47 assault rifles from undercover FBI agents, along with 10 magazines and 500 rounds of ammo. The Justice Department claims that during the arrest, Tawadi told agents he was planning an attack on Election Day.
Stupid motherfucker. That's what he get. See, motherfuckers like that need to go to jail, man. He planning on just shooting anybody, man. He's trying to buy 2 AKs just to shoot any motherfucker. Anybody who at the poll place. Vote online, y'all. Vote online, man. You want to stay alive, vote online. They keep on trying to insinuate that on Biggie on some gay shit. All right, somebody said something about La Baba TV. I really don't even like watching these guys no more. It be like the same shit, bro. A bunch of different niggas, man. Talking about they block lit. Look like they smell like cigarette butts, man.
All right, in the past couple hours, the Justice Department announced that it stopped the potential terror plot aimed at election.
Niggas might stop saying fucking skull, man. This shit get.
I got this fully on me, nigga. Play, I'm gonna switch this whip.
PG from over
It is a lot of this was worth it last year. We ain't worth it this year. This shit will never stop.
The Savage Wood gang. I'm phone up, safest block. Fuck through them.
They ass extinct. This they shit right there.
Oh no, hey, Lil Reese got off, man. I told y'all, bro. The girl attacked him first, man. The girl and them attacking them first, bro. They keep on trying to set Reese up. I told you that in the video, man. The girl attacked Reese, bro. She attacked Reese first, bro. And then Reese had choked her. You know, that's his famous signature move anyway. That's Lil Reese famous move, man. That's all he can do. Is stick out his arms and grab you, man. You know. But yeah, they said the girl had attacked them first, man. She had put the woo-wops on Lil Reese. So they had to let him out once they see the tape and he looked like he was the victim. You gotta let him out. You gotta let him out. You can't go in front of no judge and he got his ass whooped on the tape. Like, you can't let him out. You gotta let him out. It's gonna be a lawsuit. But Lil Reese, he caught his blessing. He just better keep his hands off them women, man. Yeah, that's his finishing move. That's Lil Reese finishing move, man. Y'all ain't see the video when Lil Reese, when the girl poured water down Lil Reese's mouth when he was asleep. The girl poured water down Lil Reese's mouth as he was asleep. Lil Reese down there choked on the water, man. He jumped up and all he could do is stick out his arms and grab a motherfucker. That's his signature move, man. But I know he ain't gonna keep on getting no blessings, bro. He better take advantage of that shit. He playing in Texas with that shit too.
Look, right, this sign right here. Hey, your favorite rapper. Hey, you better stop saying fuck the skull, man. Ugly, bro. Your favorite rapper.
Favorite rapper. Took a video. I bet a nigga won't do it again.
Yeah, man, you know that. PBG from not up north, from over east. Not up north, over east, 69th from 49. Bro, you try to come over here while we.
PBG. We not from over north. We know, man. Hey, I'm not watching this shit. We only know Pappy, man. We know PBG because of Pappy, bro. Like, y'all just gonna come out and then step on they shit. Like, come on, man. That Chicago getting weak, man. Y'all gotta make y'all own name, dog. Y'all got PBG, ABM. ABM is Jaro and the Calumet building. That's all about money. Y'all done stole 3 people names on this shit. And then talking about some y'all not from up north. Y'all the real PBG. Get y'all weak ass out of here. What block y'all from? That weak ass interview out of here. We the real PBG. We ain't from up north. How the fuck you think we know who PBG is? These little dudes, man, crazy, bro. They out here dying for blocks that ain't even theirs, man.
Live with Bobby, you're not gonna be alive no more. ARP really walk around with a look. Man, this ain't no for no interview shit. This like a Glock to me. This bitch yell me every day.
But anyways, let's talk about y'all names, Zolan and PBG. How them names come about? When
Shit, Zolan, that's big, brother. Big blood. That's my cousin, real blood. That's hey, blood, real hold blood. On. This shit on my arm.
PBG, that shit came about 2020.
PBG came about 2020. That's my little cousin, my little brother.
My little pooper.
Don't get hurt for disrespecting this name. This shit on me.
What? Let us see.
No bap. No bap in the rap. Long live PB, man. This shit tatted twice.
I ain't even gonna lie, man. Y'all giving people the disrespect, man. Didn't nobody even know who y'all was, man. Y'all should have just stayed low key. Y'all want somebody to disrespect y'all homies and shit. Don't nobody know who Zolan or none of this shit y'all making up, man. You niggas wake up off drugs, man, get tattoos and be like, I'm this, man. Shit weak. Hey, kids, get out the streets. Get out the streets. Yeah, Harvey dangerous out there. Especially when you get off the bus station. Dangerous. Kids, get out the streets, man. They making up gangs again. They making up new gangs again. Get out the streets. That it.
Yo, we back. We back with another one when they thought it wasn't gonna be no another one. Of some man, dude hit different when we back with another episode.
Yeah, I know that's what G-Man them from. I know. I mean, not G-Man. G-Man them. That's what G-Man them from Dorchester. I know the folks is over there. Like Bump them used to be over there on Dorchester. But I'm saying they just making up names now, bro. He just said PBG started in 2020, bro. We not from up north. We PBG. Like, get that weak ass shit out of here, man. Like, don't nobody want to hear that shit. Everybody dying over these 3-letter names. That weak ass shit. Hey, look, all they doing is going on the blocks. I wouldn't even get on the camera if it was really wartime. I'll let these goof ass niggas who out there, because when the killers come, that's who they coming for. The people who they see in the cameras.
So another episode of Who's Eat Different. Why? Hold on. Fatso. Let's start there. YFG or is it OTF? Do we gotta go there and hit different?
Man, it's YFG.
Okay.
It's ex-OTF. They know what it is, man. That's the family. They know how it go.
Now, when you say ex-OTF, what that mean? X, what the X
I mean,
mean?
like, as brother them, you know?
Okay.
We want. We a family.
Okay,
It's
let's
united.
go. Now, look, I see your ass came in here with some sense. It's merch. I see you got on this Louis hat. It hit different. Because I was sure finna get on a mop on the top of your head. When is you cutting that shit off? Let's just start there. It hit
Never.
different. You ain't cutting
When
that
you gonna grow your shit? Your
Hold on,
forehead
the
big
ball,
as hell,
the
gang.
ball spot. Okay, you whooping the
Yeah.
forehead. Okay, you whooping.
Bald spot, forehead.
Nah,
That's
you
a lot
over.
of.
Here you go with that bullshit. Look, let me get off that. It hit different. Nah, welcome to the show, bro. Let's start
You
there.
know that, bro.
It hit
Appreciate you
different.
for having me, man.
Let's just start there. It hit different.
You know that.
Look, you the hottest youngin coming up right now. It hit different. I had to get you up here.
For sure.
Nah,
I was waiting for you to hit me, bro.
You know, I've been trying to get you up here. You know, it'd be a lot. I'd be here and I'd be there. I'd be
It
here.
was
I'd be
cool.
there.
I was back and forth in jail.
And you
man.
you know, I got to go there. It hit different. The ID home is crazy because you ain't even going to the county. You still going to the ID, right?
Yeah.
It hit different. Hold on. Put it like this. Before we get into all of this, break this shit down. Where exactly is you from? And how was it growing up there? Because a lot of people don't know. They just see you on the internet. They don't know exactly where you from.
I'm originally from like where I grew up at. I grew up on 46 and Evans. That's towards like MOB and them shit, you know. But originally, like I was really out west a little bit too when I was younger. So like I was moving a lot. I was out west over there with TTU and them from the cat, you know where that shit at out west.
Yeah.
On phone them, my uncles and them from over there. So we used to live out there. And I moved my OGs to Evans. I was living over there for like a little minute. I used to go to
56
and
and 46 and Evans, bro. Ain't no goddamn MOB nigga.
Cardi
You
G,
stay
yeah,
with
it's
a-
merch.
a
I
boy.
heard a couple when I was growing up. A couple months I knew used to went to they used to be saying that, but I don't even know where it's at. That's
It's on 46 and Evans.
Okay, so
Right there. It's like a little park behind it and everything.
Man, you stay right by the McDonald's, man. On everything, right behind the McDonald's, dude. That's like Fifth Ward / what the fuck they call theyself. They was the hobos, but they call it Dirty Low. Dirty Low, in between Fifth Ward and Dirty Low. Yeah, bro said MOB. They ain't no motherfucking MOB. MOB, motherfucker, 15 blocks up. 10 blocks up from there.
I used to go there as a shorty. So I really grew up over there between like Evans and 43rd and State. I used to be over there a lot, like back and forth. My phone, my pops used to live over there. Well, my step pops shit. Then shit, one of my brothers stayed on Princeton his whole life. You feel me? So that's how that shit came about. Phone number was already over there. And then that was Ben people shit. So, you know.
So you say 46 and Evans. I thought that's like close towards THF or nah.
It is.
Okay.
THF them right there too.
Okay.
I'm from them they literally right there. They be over there in the rows and shit.
Okay, so what MOB at in your perspective?
They be really MOB towards like 51st shit. I ain't gonna lie, but they be through that bitch. That's what I was saying. They was having shootouts and shit. When I was a shorty, they used to be like, yeah, it was MOB and them sliding and shit like that.
Oh, so there was a name. So when you was coming up, them the names you was in.
On phone them, I was in the gangs I was in with them and shit. They come through that. No, that is what it is. Whoever that was over there, you know.
That's crazy. It hit different. So seeing that coming up, do you feel like that shaped your music, shit like that?
Man, these little niggas straight creative players, man. He don't know where the fuck he from, man. Hey, get out the street, kids. He trying to make up where he from. He said he MOB on 46 and Evans. Like, what the fuck, man? He should just say he from Lane from Des Plaines, man.
The way you come in your music at all?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm from. I used to be young as hell. On 43rd, I used to be young as hell getting like we went, but we was in the midst of them, the shootouts and shit. Get the blowing, you got to get down the crib and shit. Like, so that shit was happening a lot. But yeah, I feel like that shit affected a lot. I don't feel no.
So would you say you grew up fast? Cause so you 16?
17 now.
Oh, you 17? Yeah, different. Okay, different. Let's just start there.
Hey, it's funny. I be forgetting I'm 17. I still be walking around telling me I'm 16 and shit.
Yeah, because it's murder. Somebody like, nah, bro, he's 16. Woo.
No,
they like, you
now.
gotta ask folks how old he is. It hit different. Okay, so you is 17. Let's just break this shit down then. So you was 16. The situation went viral. They say you was beating bum buns, and it was these were some older bum buns that you was beating. But they say you was, let's just start there. At a young age, break this shit down. So you having sex with older women, is you gonna put it like this some P. Diddy shit going on? Because do I gotta go there? Because if you really look at this whole situation, somebody suing, it hit different. Break this shit down.
I ain't gonna lie, fool. It's like, shit, you right, but you not right. Cause it's like, in another situation, yeah, that's definitely some, you know, I'm a victim, I say, if that's in another case. But I ain't the nigga who gonna go there. Like, cause I know what I be getting into, shit. But they knew what they was getting into though. Like, I was young as hell. It is what it is. It's the right, man. You know personally, bro. You know.
Wait. How old was you when you first started whooping then?
I ain't gonna say the age.
Okay. So you can't say the age.
I can, but for one, they ain't gonna believe me. For two, it's crazy. Like,
hold on, they ain't gonna believe you.
I ain't gonna say it.
You can't say this. Okay. You gotta tell me that off camera.
I'm gonna tell you though. I'm gonna tell you. I got you. I'm gonna tell you off camera.
They ain't gonna believe that. Let's just start there.
I'm gonna tell you off camera for sure.
So look, you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Okay, how many brothers? How many sisters?
I got two. Well, I had two brothers. I got a third one though. I ain't even know. My pops just told me.
It hit different when you got to find out.
Yeah, it hit different. I guess I didn't do my homework on he was popping shit out here, you know?
Pops was over whooping?
Oh, before he got another one, I guess. For
let's start there, Pops.
I guess I look up shit. I got 3 brothers and I got 1 sister. I got a little sister though. She just came. Shit.
Oh no, that's what's up.
Chalk, my brother.
Who?
Chalk.
Which Chalk?
YFG Chalk. From our group.
It hit different. Let's just start there.
That's my blood brother.
Okay, so I feel like a lot of the fans don't know that. Okay, so
I'm
that's
from them. Yeah, a lot of fans don't know that. That's my blood brother, man. We got the same shit. You know, we got the same OG and shit.
Okay, it hit different. So different Diddy, same OG.
Yeah, different pops, same OG.
Now. Let's start that. So did y'all grow up? Did you and Chuck grow up together?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Okay, same house.
Yeah, we same house. I'm from them everywhere. Same crib all the time.
And how many years apart y'all live?
We 2.
Okay.
I'm from him. So I'm 17. He 19.
Okay, so was bro like a real big brother to you coming up? Like
I'm his big brother down there.
Let's start there.
Now coming up, we was into it though, like a lot. We was into it a lot.
Grew up fighting and shit a lot.
Yeah. I'm from them. OG used to put us on chill pills and shit. We got to sit in the corner. Like, have alone. She said, ain't talk, can't do shit.
Yeah, different. So OG was real strict coming up.
Hell no. She tried to be.
Right.
I was slick as
I mean, it's late right now. Why you ain't? Do you got a curfew? Let's just start there. It hit different. Why you outside? It hit different. Or do she let you come outside for work? Break
my
this
OG
shit down.
with me. She with me right now.
What
in the car?
Okay. That's
she got to be with me. So you know.
That's 100. It hit different.
That's some little shit I got with my case shit. No, she got to be with me anytime after a certain time. So she with me right now.
Oh, okay. They got it. Okay, so 12 required that.
Yeah.
OG. Okay.
I'm fun.
I just start there. So does she act as your manager or how?
Nah, she don't really handle none of that. I gotta manage that shit. My OG like my friend, like that's like my best friend, you know? Like we cool as hell. We don't really got no issues. Like it ain't no situation where a lot of be like, can't do this, can't do that. My OG, she like
on the phone.
You know how that
good
shit
bond.
go.
On phone. Let's start there. So you a mama's boy? this shit
Not
down.
necessarily.
Not necessarily. Okay.
Yeah, not necessarily. I just OG more off the strength that she was just at least she tried type shit, you know. So I'd be like, I don't
That's
gotta
fine.
be no bad person.
Man.
I don't really hold grudges for them. So
Oh no. Hey, shout out to OG, man. Hey, shout out to everybody OG who was holding it down for them grade, who was at least trying.
I know that shit get high, man.
Yeah, my
Man,
baby.
that shit be high.
It's different. Some OGs had to have that 2 jobs on phone them. Do what you got to do. It's
No.
different. Let's just start there. I do want to get into some other specific whoops. Like, what do YFG stand for? I feel like a lot of people see it and don't know what it means. Like, what do it stand for, and like who came up with it, and like what's the history behind it?
YFG, it did initially stand for Young Fly Guys, but that was some shit that we created while we were shorties. I bet. Say less, Dave. All right. Yeah, that was some shit we created while we were shorties. But now I had changed it.
And my bad. Hold on. You say it stand for what?
It used to stand for Young Fly Guys.
Okay, but you changed it.
Yeah, I changed it to Yield for Growth, which means like pause for the important things. You know, like to grow and to go up shit, you gotta pause for it. You gotta put other shit on hold. You gotta go up, you gotta focus.
Yield for growth. No, I like that. I like that, bro.
I like this little
Bro,
motherfucker might be a little
originally
smarter
had
than the rest
created
of them.
Young
I
Fly
don't know him,
Guy shit
though.
was Chalk and another one of our people, our cousins. He ain't even in our group, but it was one of our cousins, our family members. He helped them create that shit. So they created that shit when we was shorties though. But I changed it recently, like in jail. Like I say, probably 2 sentences ago. So that was probably like a couple months ago. You know, like 8 months ago. Down there, yeah.
So put it like this: do you glorify you going to jail? Break that down.
That should be like,
because it's a lot of the kids that's looking up to you right now. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm from them. That's definitely something that I want to get out there. Like that shit ain't fun, cool, none of that shit. Like I don't glorify that shit. I don't feel like nobody should be in jail. To be honest, I don't wish that shit on nobody.
Right.
I honestly don't even. I talk about it because like gang banging the street shit. I talk about it just off the strength of that's actually what I've been through. Like I don't be just getting on my songs just thinking of anything. I'm rapping what actually, you know. But I don't say like go get in the streets though. Like I want the vast kids to go get in the streets. I want to encourage that shit. Like you could choose anything else. You shouldn't choose to be looking over your shoulder every day. Cause that's all you gotta do with this shit for real.
Right.
Is every day, anywhere you go, looking over your shoulder. Family events, looking over your shoulder.
That shit ain't no good feeling, man.
Literally, especially see as a kid when you doing it, it's fun because you ain't never did shit. You feel me? So it's
Break
like
that
a
down.
new
I like that.
experience. You getting into new shit. You curious. You ain't never seen shit. So when you is seeing all the shit you seeing, it's exciting. It's giving you a rush. You want to keep doing it. But when you get older, so like your age and shit, and then when you, I ain't even older, but like when you were in the mindset I'm in, on some trying to grow and trying to elevate
Hey,
type
he the
shit.
smartest one I
So when you
heard
get your
so
9
far.
together,
I
when
ain't
you
gonna
is
lie.
older and you start having kids and shit and all that
You
shit.
don't need to be
You
gang
ain't gonna want
banging,
that shit
man.
to
You
follow
need
you
to
around no
trap.
more.
You sound
You
smart
outside with
though.
your daughter or something, you don't want a nigga to try to clap you, kill you or some shit. Like you with your BM and your daughter, you don't want that shit for.
Nah, that's real. That's real. Nah, okay.
I respect him for
That
that.
so got a mind on him. It hit different. He got a brain in there. Let's just start there. It hit different. Okay. Speak that real shit then. Okay. Break this shit down. So is you signed to OTF because you got the YFG chain? Do you got an OTF chain?
Not at the moment. I don't got no OTF chain.
That's crazy.
I mean, man, I'm pretty sure bro got something in the works.
I give you mine, but I will bless you, but don't worry about it. I ain't even gonna whoop. I'm waiting on folks to give me. I'm waiting on Dirt to give me another one. It hit different.
Oh, for
But
them.
this one, I don't know. They told me that one. They told me they whooped me. I went.
I think they
got
whooped
my
you,
own.
folks.
I did went and got my own shit. It hit
I think they whooped you, folks.
They whooped me. It hit different on phone. Somebody
I
told me
definitely
I
think they whooped you, folks.
So I think I'm waiting. You waiting on your chain? I'm waiting on mine.
No, we went there.
So you don't want that one?
You keep that.
So that ain't the real whoop.
They ain't the real. You keep that.
All
They
right, bro.
definitely.
Yeah,
they,
you
they,
whooping. You
They
whooping.
fapped you down with that, folks.
You whooping, man.
ain't gonna lie.
You overdoing it now. Let's just start there. Hey, man. So what was your concept? Like, how you come up with Bougie? This I done heard this shit on the radio. I can't miss this song. I was in Houston. They was playing this shit. Like everywhere I go, they playing Bougie right now. Like, what's going on? Like, you got a crazy promotion team or like what?
I ain't gonna lie, folks. Like,
it's over viral.
How that shit came about?
Over 2 million views in a month right now.
On phone, definitely running right now. For
Congratulations. I gotta give you your flowers.
You know that.
Matter of fact, hold on. I gotta give you your whoops. Let's just start there. These for you, bro. Let's just start there.
Folks bless me with the whoops. It hit different. Let's start there.
He did 2 million views. Do y'all feel like he deserves some whoops or not? Let's just start there. It hit different.
2 million in a month. I think I deserve.
And a month is crazy. Let's just start there.
I think I deserve them.
Let's start there.
And I did the #1 on the rack billboards. I think that's good.
Okay, he over whooping on photo. I ain't did all my homework.
Yeah.
So that went #1 on the billboards.
And the rack though.
Okay,
it was #1 in the rack on Apple Music.
On phone now.
On phone now.
Congratulations on phone great.
But that song initially just, I ain't gonna lie, folks. It was like I made that bitch a minute ago too. That's what's funny. But
16. Oh, so you made the charts when you was 16 or 17?
16. Wait, 17.
17.
I'm trying to see when did Bougie. Nah, it was 17 because it was after my birthday. On phone now, yeah.
Okay, it hit different.
But shit, I'm like, that motherfucker came by. I was in the studio in New York, and
you made it in New York.
On phone, I made that motherfucker.
So
in
you
New
weren't
York.
even in the rack.
I wasn't even in the rack.
Hit different. Is it different? Is you in a different mindset or vibe when you in New York?
Hell yeah, folks. It's always different when you leave your initial, like, your crib is always different. Like, in the rack is treacherous. It's treacherous. It's a treacherous atmosphere. So like.
So they ain't like that in New York.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. From what I understand, hell nah. For you go to other cities, for it feel like stress off your shoulders. For like, you know.
So do you think they not like that in New York, or you not from New York, so you ain't got no ops out there, so you don't feel it?
Yeah,
you know?
that's probably what it is. I ain't from there, so
yeah,
ain't nobody looking for me. I ain't got no tension going on, so I don't really know what they got going on.
I heard they be
but that's why I was just finna say though. You feel me? They be niggas always creating diss songs about who done got stabbed up, so some got to be going on. Shit, it ain't nothing going on. Some got to be going on. From them, but I never even wrote. Like I ain't write that song. That was freestyle. DJ Ben sent me some beats. I was just in the studio. I really didn't even want to record. I was just in for a long time, just wasting time. Phone them like, make a song. That was the first song I made too that day. I was there for a minute. I called bands. I'm like, send me some beats for I need some beats real quick. Chucky was in the other studio too. And then I heard he sent him some beats. I heard the shit he was playing. I'm like, damn, send me something too. I need some beats for. He sent me a different pack. And I heard, I'm like, that beat raw as hell, loaded up.
I'm for now.
And I went in there, I freestyle. I'm like, yeah. I was finna add another verse, but bro told me like, don't even do it.
They don't touch it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Leave it like that.
Kyle Smirk, he like, don't even add that. Leave it like that. I'm like that.
Also, that's when he was on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Oh, it hit different. Yeah, you was in your mode right there.
I was turned that night.
Yeah, that I feel like see, I can't dance, so I can't hit different, but it's merch. Let's just start there on phone there.
Oh, for no.
SB over whooping on phone there.
You seen them, you check, you know what's going on.
I see the vibes on phone there. I was like, okay, let's start there. He got him one. Let's start there.
Oh, phone no bullshit.
It's different. So you did this music video, you in the pool, a lot of models. What's Fatso type? What's your type, bro? Do you like a light skin whoop look like Michael Jackson? Like what type of whoops do you like a dark skin whoop look like? How do you like them? They hit different.
I ain't gonna lie, for people tell me my type is light skin with braces and shit. Like light skin in general, not even just braces, because every female don't got braces. But just light skin in general. But I don't feel like I'm no nigga who be like on no colorism shit. Like I feel like I gotta see how I act off rip. If you come around me and you irritating, I don't give how bad you is, who you is, what color you is.
how much clout you got.
None of that shit.
It's different.
I be tricked. I got more followers than me. Cause see, what's people problem is they think Instagram real life, right? So, you know, my last page I had like 170. Like I passed 100K followers and shit. So after I lost my page and shit, I created a new one. My new one like at 50 something K. I only had for like 3 weeks, but my felt maybe like I don't know the hoes I was going around shit that maybe they felt like, oh, he ain't got his Instagram, so he ain't the same nigga. He ain't lit like that no more. I'm around talking crazy. I'm look hoe. How many followers you got? You what your pockets on? I'm lit in real life. I go pull up anywhere, turn my phones off, I swing my door, they gonna know who I am. I bounce out, they gonna want some pictures. Probably go anywhere, they don't even know who she is. Like, you not stop. Just be too bougie. It's the ugly niggas boosting these hoes' confidence, man. They making these think they somebody folk. They not nobody folk. That's because these niggas thirsty. So a nigga who look like an anteater probably horny. 3 o'clock. Come on, baby. I'm finna give you 10,000 a flight bag.
Got these.
She thinks she the
different.
shit.
It's different.
Now she pull up. She running into a nigga that is the shit, or that think he the shit, or that just got his own shit going on like me, and she gets sat down because who? Nobody. Why would you go?
Hey, yeah, shorty, you ain't a little bit smart.
What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela.
Let's see what this Geechee Vine talking about.
Like, it don't make sense. What's the point?
Yeah, they like to say, that was just
Sign.
I'm a Taurus.
You don't know how to talk? Like, are you like bad with like talking?
No,
Dialogue?
I always talk to people.
You do?
But
Have you ever been in love? Had a girlfriend or something?
hell yeah.
You got your heart broken?
Hell yeah.
Oh, this is where
See? Trauma.
Dr. Gianni. A little bit of trauma.
I see where it's
But everybody got their heart broke before though, so that don't even count.
I never got my heart broken. I don't think I've ever been heartbroken either.
Your first love
What?
never broke your heart? That's serious?
So that's probably why y'all just going around playing like it's a game.
What's playing like it's a game?
Playing for people
Wait,
feeling
all
like
right,
it's
tell
a
us
game.
about your heartbreak. I want to hear about that. What happened?
No.
Why not?
Cause
When did it happen? Just tell us.
I
that.
was young as hell. I was in like 6th grade.
That don't count.
Bro, that count. When you really thought this was your girlfriend in 6th grade, that definitely count.
So now it's F all these H's. Well, what could she have
done?
Hey.
Now it's fuck every hoe.
That's what's wrong with Vine, man. He got his heart broke at 6th grade, and he been a Geechee ever since. That man a Geechee, bro. Look how he look. He in a room full of women. Go back and watch Vine them when they on lip service and everybody. They comfortable around them. Vine was actually polite. Vine was saying that he loved Asian doll. You know what I'm saying? This man, he a Geechee. He picking a pillow like a slave.
The story gets so bad, y'all don't even want to hear it.
We do want to hear it.
All right, boom. In Chicago, we grew up fast, so boom, I'm trying to hit her or whatever after school or whatever. Now, boom, this can be my first time doing it. Now I'm scared. I'm a goofy, so I go to the house, get dressed. I go to the house, take my school clothes off, and put like some outside clothes on. Now, boom, when I do that, by the time I do all that, she at the crib now. Boom, upstairs in the house or whatever. Boom. Now my older brother, y'all know what happened already. Boom. So that's happened because I'm walking around the house tweaking. I'm looking for some socks. Fuck, I'm looking for some socks for when she right here. So boom. Now I go find some socks out my OG room, walk back in my room. You won't believe what I seen.
She was doing it to your brother?
Hurt the heart.
Wow.
Yo, brother, clap them cheeks. You been a Geechee ever since. I knew it was something, man. Thank you, Angela Yee.
So how did you and your brother, like, what did you do? You just...
What I supposed to do? Get mad at him and beat him up? I was just like, shit, damn. And I was young as hell, so it was like...
So, but you did find the socks.
Yeah, I found the socks. Oh, bro, I found the socks.
At least your feet wasn't cold.
I would have PTSD too if I went through that. That's crazy.
Yeah. You probably wasn't ready to, for real, because it seemed like you was stalling.
Nah, I was stalling, but I was ready.
Looking for you like 10, 12?
6th grade.
Yeah,
This
like
probably
10,
when I was
11.
sick.
Yeah.
But I was something like that though. Yeah.
Yeah. He was stunning. He wasn't really ready. He was trying to do what
No.
he thought he was supposed to do because he's looking for socks. If you really,
he was looking for
your brother did you a favor.
places.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah.
He did. It wasn't time.
Yeah. I be seeing a girl on Facebook and shit now. Her little ass poor.
So you follow her on Facebook after all that? How
Nah,
does she
we
look?
still been friends.
Oh, okay.
She look horrible now. She got like 2 kids, big, all type of shit.
She be like, let's run it back.
Hell no, I'm over great. I'm great on her.
Deanna, you had your heart broken?
Yeah, like my first relationship.
She's like, let me put this
It was
drink.
nothing right. So nah, it was just regular shit. Like, I thought we was gonna be together forever.
Right.
Mhm. Didn't happen.
That's why you like it. I don't believe in the dating and all that.
Yeah, I don't believe in like love. Like it's not real. I feel like I'm an alien and in a world full of like fucking weird ass.
But it's gonna be even harder now too because of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and it always starts with dates. So
Right, that's why I ain't even telling no girl that's going on a date.
Everybody, yo, can I take you? Can I take? Get out of there. No. Like,
But I feel like your music is very sexy and very like, favorite.
I'm a lover girl though. Like,
Right.
I am.
So you got to get to that.
Yeah, you just got to get me there.
So you just need a few boyfriends.
I had a few boyfriends. They were all like long term too, but
How many? Is a few.
4.
That's too many.
It depends
Oh my God.
On.
on like the span.
Oh yeah, they
The
were
time
mad.
span?
Yeah.
Like my first one was I was in 6th grade, and then we lasted. No, I was in 9th grade, and then we lasted till like 12th grade.
So all
And-
through high school.
Yeah, the whole high school.
Right.
And then
Wasted your high
college.
school years.
Yeah, wasted high school years. College.
That
I
was the
had
eye
a
roll for
2-year
me.
one. I had like a 2-year in college.
Mhm.
I was like
Where'd you go to
2017
college?
to 29 BMCC.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't graduate though, but for me, I attempted, and then like, yeah, I had another one. My last relationship though, yeah,
What'd you go to college for?
psychology.
Oh, we like that. That's why you was asking him the question.
I wanted to be like a marriage counselor or like a guidance
See.
counselor in school. Like I like to like talk
Help.
to people and help them. Like
I can see that.
So
Do you have women friends? Like friends?
Yeah, I got a best friend. My
Okay.
girl best friend. She been my best friend since high school.
That's a good sign. I always
That's
feel
a
like
great sign.
I always feel like we should have friends of the opposite sex who there's no like attraction
Yep.
to,
yeah, me
but
too.
somebody that you could talk to because it shows that you don't look at the opposite sex as just like
that.
that.
How would you feel if you was dealing with a woman and she had a male best friend? Would you be okay with that?
No. It
Not
depends.
a double standard. That's
But
why I asked.
that ain't no double standard though, because I know for a fact me and my best friend ain't doing nothing. So just because I know that you know that I got a best friend, you probably gonna think I'm doing something with my best friend. So you
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
what
doing
if
something
they
with your
grew up
best friend.
together the same way
same
y'all
way.
did?
I don't know. That's just kind of hard to believe. Shit don't happen like that.
But it's happening with you. Right.
Exactly.
So you She so exists. you wear lightning strikes. Only
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely fucking. Oh, y'all fucked before.
No, never.
Y'all kissed before.
Now I used to like her though in high school.
Okay, that's
but-
why. That's
But
the
look though, but now though,
I can't trust that already.
But
That's
look,
deadened.
now we to the point to where it's like, yeah, it's just never gonna happen.
If
Like,
she throw that to you, catching it.
now I'm not. Now I'm not. It's just now.
y'all be saying stuff like if we not married when we 30 years old.
I said that I had a male best friend and I said that too. If we not married by the time we 40, we gonna get married. I'm 45.
Yeah, I'm married.
No.
Are you married?
No.
Oh.
Do you have any kids?
Hell no.
Why you say it like that? We don't know.
I'm young at turn. Can't have no kid right now.
Because you just said you
That's
grow up
responsible.
fast, so I
I
had to
do.
ask.
Yeah, I don't play that kid shit.
I feel like he get hit with condoms. He ain't playing the radio.
No, I'm
These
great.
hoes.
I be tweaking out here, but I done had some pregnancy scares and
I
shit
was
like
gonna
that.
say.
Right?
But I don't even play that shit in the dodo. I be like, man, you already know what's going on. They be like, what to do? You know what to do. That's it. That's all. I ain't even talking about it.
It's like,
Yo.
she's like, we're going on tour together.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so clearly, you both have great relationships with Polo G, though. Tell me how this all transpired for both of you to be included.
I definitely don't have a great relationship.
Oh,
with
you
both.
don't? Okay, so how did it happen?
I guess my name just one of the hottest. I guess right now, and I just got put on.
She performed at Angela Yee Day, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I
Tore
had
it
to come
down,
show
lit it.
love. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie.
amazing to watch. Now, you are cool with Polo G.
Yeah, it's like my big brother type shit. But I just met him though. Like when I blew up, he was one of the first Chicago rappers to repost my shit and shit.
Oh, that's dope.
So, and that was my favorite rapper too. So it's like it all went
That's
hand to
dope.
hand.
Oh, that's a good feeling too when
Right.
you seen that day. I know you was like, okay.
Yeah, we was tweaking when that shit happened. But yeah, though, and shit. Now we just locked in. Like we be on the phone and shit. We was just on the phone out there, so we locked.
Well, this is gonna be fun. Y'all gonna have a good time outside.
When does the tour start?
October 24th, I think.
The end of October.
And Deanna's like part of like I think New York. There was a period of time when New York was kind of quiet, but y'all really brought it all back.
Yeah.
You know, and then even seeing you like working with Cash Cobain and just her whole vibe. I don't know if you've had a chance to hear her music yet. You're gonna love it though. And even the way you perform, you know, let's talk about that though, because working on a stage show, I feel like that's an important thing. And this is like a, you know, you on some big stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga Vaughn to get you, man. Hey, I gotta say this, man, before I get up out of here, man. I gotta say this about LeBron James' son, man. Hey, look, that's some real nigga shit, man. What he did, bro. That's some real nigga shit for getting your son up there, for getting your son to that level and everything. But Trenches News be gambling on FanDuel, on DraftKings, and everything, man. And your son could potentially fuck up my earnings, my revenue, my money, my increments. By him don't know how to play the game of basketball at an NBA level. So I'm going to ask the Lakers one more time. Can y'all please send him back to UFC where he came from? Thank you. Sincerely, Trenches News. Send his ass back. Fucking up my tickets. Oh, yeah. Bronny sucks, man. That motherfucker sucks. Fucking up my tickets, man. I be betting on preseason, too. He fucking up, man. He confused. He waiting on his daddy to tell him where to go. Bronny, go over there and stand in the corner. Run back, Bronny. He waiting on his need his daddy to tell him to give and go. He don't know how to get. He don't know how to draw. He don't know how to draw the players in, bro. He don't know how to move around and make the player trail you so somebody can get open. He don't understand the game, bro. I don't give a fuck if LeBron is his daddy. He don't understand the game, bro. That motherfucker suck, bro. It's people in college that deserve to play basketball in the NBA, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just being real. It's some people who deserve to be that, bro. He don't. He ain't ready, bro. He ain't ready at all, man.
If you shave your head every 1 to 3 days, you need this.
Look at that line.
Wow.
I don't feel any of the like hair pulling, yanking, or nicking.
You can see, man. I don't.
New at 5, nearly 3.5 years after a fatal crash in West Rogers Park, a man now faces criminal charges in the case. This was the scene back in November of 2021. Prosecutors say a speeding driver ran a red light near Western and Pratt. He clipped a car, lost control, killing 2 women on the sidewalk nearby. 28-year-old Wadiki Nando was arrested in Phoenix, Arizona yesterday. He was initially issued traffic citations at the time of the accident. He's now charged with 2 counts of reckless homicide.
Bring that ass here, boy. Your ass through. The hurricane, yeah, we talked about the hurricane, man. We've been on here for 3 hours. Hurricane Milton. We definitely talked about it.
I do 4 hours of sleep. I don't know how people do that. Traffic cams, yeah, we got one on the bottom right. Again, I'm not going to search through traffic cams because I didn't see any traffic actually across like any part of like Florida.
Damn. Hey, y'all better get up out of there, man. It look like it's finna go straight through the middle of Florida, man. Y'all better run, man. Whoever out there, man. Shit, it look like it's finna switch cheese a couple of them towns. It look like it's gonna be Sarasota. It look like it's definitely finna hit Tampa, Fort Myers right there, and then it's gonna go through the middle. Yeah, that's why I can't live in no Florida. None of that. I love it being hot, bro, but I can't live by no water, man. I just can't. 160 miles per hour, bro. Hurricane Fulio. Y'all crazy in the motherfucker, man.
You can sell this $5 spatula on Amazon and compete with hundreds of other spatula sellers.
Now at 11, pile after pile of debris that could soon turn into dangerous projectiles. Communities on Florida's west coast still in shambles after Helene, preparing for what Hurricane Milton could bring when it makes landfall as early as tomorrow night. Good evening, I'm Maurice Dubois.
And I'm Christine Johnson. Millions have been urged to leave Florida ahead of the storm's arrival. And all around the Tampa area, people have been boarding up their homes, some neighborhoods looking like ghost towns.
Here's what we know right now. This is expected to be a once-in-a-century direct hit on Tampa. 13 counties are under mandatory evacuation, 7 others under voluntary evacuation. This storm so menacing, Disney World and Universal Orlando are closing ahead of Milton's arrival.
We have team coverage here for you tonight. Senior national weather correspondent Rob Marciano is live in Tampa for us. But let's begin here in studio with Lonnie Quinn. He's tracking the storm. Lonnie?
And I have the new 11 o'clock information just in from the National Hurricane Center. Look at this picture. It almost looks like we've got 2 storms going right towards Florida. Keep in mind, you have some outflow from here. You have Hilton. You have got some outflow from Milton combined with a little interaction with the jet sort of tearing that apart. But I'm telling you, that's a lot of convection moving toward the shoreline right now as we speak. But the story is the wind and the surge associated with the Cat 5, Hurricane Milton. Winds are at 160. They were at 165 earlier, so they've dropped down a little bit. If you get below 157, you're going to have a Cat 4. We believe that's what's going to be happening as it pushes through the Gulf waters tomorrow. You'll have a Cat 4. But now look, it holds on to a Cat 4. This is 8 p.m. Wednesday night. So we think late Wednesday night, probably more likely early Thursday morning, it makes a landfall. Is it a 4? Is it a 3? I think it may be borderline between the two. It's a strong storm, certainly a major. But now look, the spaghetti models are showing you that line right there. You can barely see it. It's covered. That's Tampa. So primarily, most of it is going south of the area. That has a lot to say about storm surge. But this is what the National Hurricane Center says: an extremely life-threatening situation. You should evacuate today if ordered by local officials. There will likely not be enough time if you wait to leave on Wednesday. That came out 4 p.m. this afternoon. It holds true right now. If you've got folks down there and they haven't left, soon it's going to be too late. Guys, it's all yours.
All right, Lonnie, scary situation. Thank you.
Now let's check in with meteorologist Rob Marciano live in Tampa, where mandatory evacuations have been ordered.
And Rob, you know, we showed our viewers the pictures of the debris that was left over after Helene just 2 weeks ago there in that area, creating a dangerous situation once those hurricane winds blow through. How is that impacting preps now for Milton?
Well, they've been trying to clear it all week, for 2 weeks now, Christina. They're going 24/7. They'll continue tonight till tomorrow when the winds start to pick up. But you're right, it's a wind danger. And for places that do get storm surge, it's going to be a sloshing around danger as well. And people that rode out the storm and got that sort of damage with those evacuations, most of them have left town. And
hold on, y'all. Hey, we're going to watch Bruce Rivers, man, to end it. But hold on, y'all. Hold on. I think this the man right here. Hold
This
on.
man in Florida is planning on staying on his boat during Hurricane Milton. He goes by the name Lieutenant Dan, and you won't believe his
Mayor
reason
Johnson.
why.
God sent me here.
You don't like Mayor Johnson?
He sent me here. He told me to come here. He told me to be right here for this. So I'm doing what he told me to do. So I know he didn't send nobody to get me out of here. And anybody that tries to get me out of here, they're not of God, because God told me that this is where I'm supposed to be. Because all that's going to happen is everybody's going to get wet, but I'm going to be fine because I'm in a boat that floats. Again, the water's on the outside. Now, the wind, yes, the wind's going to pick up, but my anchor is tied to the dock. I'm not going to go anywhere.
Would you stay on the water during a hurricane? This man in Florida is planning on staying on his boat during Hurricane Milton.
He dead serious too, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Where this nigga at? Here you go.
Do you hear that?
Nigga say he ain't leaving. Nigga say he going in the air with his boat.
Firestone to wander and conquer new terrains. The call that
Let's go out to News Nation's Ryan Bass now. He is in Tampa. Ryan, people are going to be people. I've been watching the scene on at Key West, and they're standing on this pier as this angry ocean just swells behind them. These waves are crashing. What are you seeing where you are in terms of folks and the preparations?
And that just means that I wasn't meant to be on.
Listen to this nigga, man. Listen to him.
Take a listen.
Listen to this dude right here.
Anything that happens was meant to be. It's all preordained. I believe, I believe God's got our back. He looks out for all of us. He loves us all. If I wind up on land and my boat winds up crushed, then that just means that I wasn't meant to be on it.
Jay, you could see his boat here as he's kind of anchored himself a little bit further away from the wall, but you can see how high the sea level is right now. He's hoping, as he told me, that once the tide level goes down a little bit, that he's going to be okay to ride this thing out. And Marty, he even told me, he said, as I said, do you feel like you're going to be safe in this storm? He said, come check on me tomorrow. I'll be right here with all my possessions, which exist on this boat.
Y'all got some good meth up in Florida, man. Y'all gotta have some good drugs. That nigga say he gonna ride the wave.
But again, folks like Jay and the people here behind me, they all decided they're not evacuating. They're going to ride this thing out, Mark.
Wow. Well, wish him the best. I hope that has a dry place to change his mind at some point, Ryan, if things get pretty nasty, which it looks like they may. All right, Ryan, we'll come back to you. Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation now.
Yeah, Buddy on some Noah Ark type shit. Buddy say he gonna ride the wave. If you're in Florida, get up out of there. If you in Florida, get up out of there. If you in Tampa, Sarasota, get up out of there, man. You still got a chance, man. You still got a motherfucking chance, man. Man, that shit is sad, bro. You gonna die one way.
Now at 11,
you don't die from a nigga killing you, gonna die from a hurricane storm.
So the things that are gonna come out, as I think the biggest name so far to come out is Jennifer Lopez. What did she know? When did she know it? Unless there's a change in circumstances. Oh, that's right. You don't like jail. And you're making friends with
on them chips, Joe. So real mix 6.
Change in circumstances.
The
fact that you're living in a hellhole called jail and you're secluded and it sucks. Welcome to jail. That's what jail is all about. Jail is about making it it's punishment. I mean, it's not meant to be pleasant.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your very own personal board-certified criminal defense lawyer with our content genius, you know, as Michael Rivers. Today, we're reacting to just kind of the updated developments on P. Diddy and Diddy. P. Diddy Diddler, the Diddler. P. Diddler, the Diddler monster.
So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
Before we get to that, let's just give a shout out to our sponsor, eforms.com. eforms.com is a very effective way to use a legal document to protect your interests, whatever it may be, whether it's power of attorney, whether it's medical power of attorney, or if you got a grandma in your basement doing all kinds of crazy stuff, you need a bill of sale because you want to sell her apparatus that she uses for her OnlyFans feed page. Well, you can do that. eforms.com, very effective way to protect yourself in and out of court and to avoid the high cost of a lawyer. eforms.com. Okay. So what is going on with the Diddler? The Diddler. Well, as you know, P. Diddy had these freak-offs.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
I think the freak-offs are only a portion of what he's really being charged with. But there's all kinds of, you know, rumors and innuendos and things that are going on with his case that people don't know. So I'm here to give you the straight scoop. So let's start with the most recent developments. A new judge has been assigned to his case. If you remember when he made his last appearance, the judge said it's going to be reallocated to another judge, Arun Subramanian. This judge is now, they're going to make a third attempt at a bail argument. And they have some good arguments for bail. Number one, he's putting up $50 million. So that's huge collateral incentive to stick around. Number two, he's had 6 months to flee and he didn't flee. And number three, he was available to turn himself in, and they were constantly talking to the government to try to make arrangements for them to turn himself in, which they don't generally do. I've got a case right now. My client's got a federal indictment hanging out there, or I think she does, and it's pending indictment, and that's always secret. But the U.S. attorney's now gone ghost on me because they want her to get picked up instead of, and I'm saying, well, she'll turn herself in. Where should she do that? What's the safest thing? Because they don't want that argument. They don't want the argument that somebody's not at a risk of flight. They take that away. Well, we had to arrest them, Judge. So, but here's the thing. You've already had 2 bites at the apple, right? So you made your pitch to the magistrate turned you down. Then you appeal that to the district court judge. Now it's been reallocated. So why would it, unless there's a change in circumstances? Oh, that's right. You don't like jail and you're making friends with cockroaches. So is that your change in circumstances? The fact that you're living in a hellhole called jail and you're secluded and it sucks? Welcome to jail. That's what jail is all about. Jail is about making it it's punishment. I mean, it's not meant to be pleasant. So what does he do? So he makes one more pitch to the judge. And here's the thing, unless there's a real change in circumstances, which it doesn't seem like there are, like he's sick or needs an operation or he, I don't know what the circumstances that could change that would change the judge's mind. Keep in mind, another judge has already ruled that he hasn't overborne the presumption. And it's such a case where there aren't a condition or set of conditions that can assure his reappearance and protect the public. A judge has already ruled on that. So absent a change in circumstances, the new judge isn't going to rule on it, despite the fact that there's a new lawyer on the case. They've got some death penalty lawyer. It's not a death penalty type case, but they've got a lawyer with death penalty experience just because, I don't know, they may need some more talent, because guess what happens when you're sitting in jail? You start to question things. Is my lawyer doing everything my lawyer can do? Just because the lawyer didn't get him out of jail doesn't mean that he's not doing everything he can do. The case is the type of case where you're going to sit and you're not treated differently because you're P. Diddler Combs. I mean, you're not. So we got a new judge, a new attempt at trying to get out, which is not going to work. A judge is not going to overrule his buddy judge. It's just not going to happen. Got a new lawyer on the case because he's not getting out. So let's try something different, as what his theory is. And the jail conditions, you know, I mean, he's probably just sitting in his cell, 6x8 cell, and just riding around on the back of a cockroach, and it's boring. I mean, and the conditions aren't the greatest. So the things that are going to come out, as you know, I think the biggest name so far to come out is Jennifer Lopez. What did she know? When did she know it? Now, I'm not going to be a rumor monger, and I don't know what Jennifer Lopez knew or didn't know, and whether or not their breakup, you know, between her and Ben Affleck are the results of something she may or did not do back in the 90s. I do like Ben Affleck's comment, though.
Parents of divorced kids, is for the children to see that the parents respect one another and treat one another with respect. I think you can learn a lot about a man's character by how they treat the mother of their children. In the interview, sort of said, like, you know, it was the pain of the divorce.
You can tell the character of a man by the way they treat the mother of his children. But according to News Nation, Ben Affleck was given tapes of Jennifer Lopez from Diddy raids by FBI.
But no, according to Suge Knight.
The tape showed J-Lo's involvement in 1999 shooting, Knight says. I mean, whether Suge Knight said that is immaterial. Really, but I do question, you know, Jennifer Lopez, because she was with and engaged to the diddler, wasn't she? I mean, back in the day. How are you that close to somebody where you're not aware of some of the shit's going on? I'd be shocked if she didn't know. So you count on her to be a witness for the prosecution. She's trying to stay as far away from this as possible.
And
I don't know that I would, you know, hold a candle up to what Suge Knight has to say.
And the big connection here is that the 99 significance is in relation to that 1999 club shooting that he was involved in, where a bunch of people died, and she was there. And so that's what they were talking about, is she was a witness. This was his statement. They go raid Puffy's house, and they get all these videos of J-Lo doing this and J-Lo doing that. He said, recalling her involvement in the 1999 nightclub shooting, where Moses Shine Barrow took the fall for the music mogul. And they know the fact that J-Lo lied and said the gun was Shine's or whatever, and sent that man to prison and destroyed his life. And they said they knew it was Puff's.
But the guy's already in prison for it, right?
I know, but aiding and abetting
after the fact. So, you know, we did a video with the more victims and witnesses coming forward. That's going to happen in this case, and we're going to see. And this case is going to grow. It's not going to get smaller. A lot of times when you have a case like this, a criminal sexual conduct case, people tend to get cold feet sometimes. I don't think you're going to have that in this case. I think just the opposite. But you're going to have to question their motives, because there's a big pot of money somewhere, right? And who knows if they're motivated by that or if they're telling you a true story. So their story has to stand muster. Now, the other update is apparently Diddy's mother came out and made a statement. Let's see what she has to say. It says she's devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations against him. I mean, it's a long statement. I can read it to you here. Janice Smith Combs, the mother of Sean Combs, through the undersigned counsel and on behalf of the Combs family, releases the following press release. I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged, not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies, to bear witness to what seems to be the public lynching of my son before he has the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put in words. You know, that is one of the things about this high publicity. It makes it really difficult to get a fair trial. And it also puts you on the defensive straight away. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court, to finally share his side and prove his innocence. He doesn't have to prove his innocence. It's up to the government. The burden's on the government. I'm not here to portray my son as perfect because he's not. He has made mistakes in the past, as we all have. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying that he's ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of your story, which means you're not lying about another part, aren't you? Especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is not a complicated case. This is why I believe that my son's legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. Him paying her off is not admissible in court. It's an offer of settlement. So they can't use that against him. But I do think it's fucking amazing that she files the complaint. It was settled that day or the next day, the very next day she put it in court. It is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean that the son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted, later exonerated, had their freedom taken from them, not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what the society considers to be a good person. History has shown us how individuals can be wrongfully convicted due to their past action. Problem with this is that it's all on fucking video. They got terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of video. Watching the world make jokes and laugh at him and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something I can never forget. That is truly sad for a mother, honestly. It is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against your son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions without ever hearing his side or affording him the opportunity to present his side. These lies thrown at him are motivated by those seeking a financial gain and not justice. These individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled with his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday and falsely accusing my son. The federal government isn't seeking a payday. False allegations of sexual assault thwart true victims of sexual violence from getting the justice they deserve. To make matters worse, the federal government is now using these lies to prosecute my son. The injustice has been unbearable to our family. The worst part of the ordeal is watching my beloved son stripped of his dignity and his baby oil, not for what he did, but for what people choose to believe about him. I ask supporters, fans, colleagues, friends, and public not to judge him before you've had a chance to hear his side. I beg you to think about those who have been wrongfully prosecuted, to remember that not everyone who has made mistakes in their life deserves their entire existence to be judged by a single action or a few minutes. My son is not a monster that they painted him to be, and he deserves a chance to tell his side of the story. I can only pray that I am alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Respectfully submitted, the law offices of Natalie Figures, Esquire. So this raises, an issue of family members of those who have been accused. Guess what happens? You find out who your friends are pretty darn quick when you're accused of a crime. My father, for example, back in the late 80s, was accused of Medicare and Medicaid fraud. He had owned an ambulance company. He also worked as a fireman, and his office partner or his business partner was in charge of all the billing. And they had a system set up, and they wound up getting convicted. And rightfully, and then we got a bunch of stuff reversed on appeal, but by then it was too late. Rightfully or wrongfully, whatever happens, whether you believe my father or you didn't believe in him, you learn who your true friends are. And when a mother sees a child, and you know what, and the Diller is still her child. Sean Combs is still her child, and I'm sure she still sees her child sitting in a jail, and that's who she sees, her child. She doesn't see the big media mogul. She sees her child. And it's tough. It's really, really tough when a family member sees another one hurting, regardless of the circumstances, whether it's physical, mental, or in this case, legal. And, give him his day in court. I do agree with that. He is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And that means the government has the burden to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. And I am not a fan of the slow drip leaking of certain facts. The indictment is public now, so that's going to be public. But the other details about the case were, that leak out, I don't think are appropriate because you want him to get a fair trial. Otherwise, a guilty verdict is meaningless, right? But they did take 1,000 bottles of baby oil out of his house. That is a lot of baby oil. And that just, that makes you go down a slippery slope, if you know what I mean.
Literally.
So what I'm going to tell you is this. Let's just reserve judgment. Let's let the process play out. It'll be quicker in federal court than it would be in state court. That's for dang sure.
Let's see what I had pulled up on my phone. It's 120, so I know you're 130.
And let me tell you this about this Figure law firm, and I don't know anything about them, so I'm not going to try to impugn their character or anything. I'm not a fan of criticizing the government, as strongly as they are, because guess what's going to happen? The physical evidence, I mean, the videos and the corroborating evidence of these victims is going to come out. And you're going to look like you're going off half-cocked, and that's really for an audience of one. That is for the mother, and that is just for, and understandable. But you lose credibility when you sit there and you go down the road of, wrongfully prosecuted and all these other things because you're just doing a public relations tour. You have the A-list celebrity parties, which I don't think he's had in years, to be quite frank with you. But then you have these freak-offs and his other depravity that he does in hotels, and to the detriment of his victims. I think there's a dichotomy there, right? You've got one guy acting high society, you got one guy acting like Caligula, like I'm in charge, and you're gonna be here for my sick pleasure. And then he shoots somebody. I mean, there is a lot there to unpack. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he's not been convicted yet. But the FBI doesn't raid your home and walk away with nothing, generally speaking. So we'll keep following this and we'll keep you updated. We'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I am Bruce Rivers with our content genius, Michael Rivers. And Michael, do we have any merch left?
Oh, we've got a ton of merch left.
Where do you get that merch?
You can go to clrbrucerivers.com.
Shout out CL Bruce Rivers. I'm back, y'all. Shout out to everybody who's on here. Neck Bone, Elections Time, Trench. They got Chapo Friends and his kids, Young Thug, Diddy, The mayor's hot. Them folks working to get top players. Oh yeah, man. Especially Diddy them, man. There's finna be more players going down in the rap. If you rap, hold all your raps, man. Until after January the 1st, man. Your rap's gonna get the real money, man, because it's gonna be a hole in the wall. They gonna protest all them big execs music. I spoke of some Great Daddy Purple. Great Daddy Purple, man. Indica. Yeah, man. Hold on, let me read out this thing, man, from Lil J, man. Lil J that wrote a whole motherfucking letter, goddammit. Shout out Michael Mack, man. Shout out Michael Mack. Michael Mack. Shout out Michael Mack. Hold on, y'all. Man, that nigga in jail ain't almost caught Keith. That nigga in jail way older than Keith, man. That nigga in jail don't even know nobody, bro. I remember the war started, they drill war started 2010, the end of 2010, 2011. Dude has been gone since 2009, man. He don't know nobody in the drill scene. All right, so last but not least, man, Lil J 063 made a statement, man, 6 hours ago on his page. He said, I've been by myself and I always come out on top like a king. Tell everybody I'm about to come home and I want everybody to keep the same energy. I'm about to shake the world up and show motherfuckers who everybody hate me. I don't got no solid people in my corner and everybody that was there was only there to gain me for a clout chase. I'm by myself now at my lowest, and I'm be by myself at my highest. Lil J, man. Lil J said that the Lil Jailer, they said his name ain't Lil J, they said his name the Jailer. You got the Diddler and the Jailer. No, but Lil J said, he said that though. Lil J gonna come home and blow up, man. It ain't hard to see, man. Lil J smart, man. Lil J smart. Lil J ain't never been the top lyricist of FBG. They even said he was weak. I remember with Manny, Manny, Boss Creed, Duck, Boss Trail, man, it was GG from she with Interscope now, and we was outside, man, on Rose, man. We getting ready to go to the studio, and Manny told Lil J, he said, man, don't you think, man, rapping ain't for everybody? He told Lil J, he was like, man, I think you should be on point with the security or something, man. Or you know how you got people who hold doors and all that shit. Hey, bro, Lil J blew up harder than his kids. FBG Young, Cash, man, he blew up harder than all them, man. On everything, bro. FBG Young did. He told Lil J, bro, he sucked. He asked, he ain't gonna make it, bro. Lil J, the trend at #1 and #2 and 3 on YouTube. He trended number 2 and 3 on YouTube, man. Ain't nobody in FBG did that shit. So, I mean, look like Lil J won. He won that battle. Cause it lets you know that if a person like you, bro, fuck what somebody else say, bro. If somebody gonna like you, man, like they gonna like you, bro. They gonna support you, bro. What's garbage to me, I say a lot of people garbage, bro. It might be cold to somebody in the crowd, though. You know, everybody got their own fan base, bro. I could come out with a rap. Some people could be like, man, he the coldest from Chicago. Some people gonna be like, oh man, that shit basic. You know, you always got your haters. You always got your supporters. And man, they support Lil J. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They support him, bro. They gonna run to it. They gonna he an entertainer. He gonna dance. He gonna threaten the ops what they like. He gonna do all that shit. Talk about Lil Durk them and all that. And they like that shit, bro. Is it garbage to Trenches News? Yeah, it's garbage. But how can you say he garbage and, you know what I'm saying, he breaking number 2 and number 3 on YouTube? Evidently, somebody think that shit hot, you know? So just for the ones who people tell y'all that y'all ain't gonna beat nothing, or y'all rhymes are garbage, or, you know, some of y'all rhymes is garbage, though. Some of y'all rhymes is ass. Y'all need to just stop, period. But to the main people out there, bro, just keep on working, bro. They told Lil J, I was right there. They told Lil J his raps weren't gonna be shit. Lil J dropped Train to Blow. I think that was Train to Blow. And goddamn it went viral. A couple days after Manny told him this shit, Joe Jackson said, you suck. Everybody don't need to be recording in the studio. He said just Duck and Mello and Cash and Dutchy. Them the only ones that's supposed to rap, man. Everybody else supposed to be on security. Lil J say, shit, watch this. Oh, he gonna start the rap beef, man. Lil J gonna start the rap beef, man. He gonna, hey, no matter what, man, Lil J gonna start the rap beef, man. That nigga ain't coming out on no peace shit. Lil J, that's all he know is the beef. He's stuck. Last time he was out, they was beefing. When he was out, they got shot up. He down there died 2-3 times, man. Lil J ain't finna stop that shit. I be hoping Billionaire stop that shit. But, you know, you mentioned Jerk Duck, or, you know, I don't know what they beef over. Skrilla say that they wanted to do a feature with him. They were saying he GD, why he hanging with the BDs. You know, if so, that's some hating shit. But I just wish they all stop disrespecting each other, brother. That shit being played out. That shit corny, bro. Like how much Jerk or Duck or Bloodhound, Lil Jeff, how much can you smoke before you choke? How much can you smoke of that shit damn before you choke? Because everybody smoking the gas, but ain't nobody choke yet. But yeah, man, I wish they'd stop smoking the dead, though, man. That shit played out, bro. It's played out and it's weird, bro. And it's like everybody who disrespect the dead, they end up dead. I seen Lil Scoom call Duck a goofy on the couch. Yeah, Duck a goofy. Just like FBG Duck, he a goofy. Man, Lil Scoom ain't shit but 18 years old. Hey, look, go back 10 years. 10 years, Duck would have been 19. Scoom would have been fucking 8 years old, man. And he disrespected Duck. Like, it don't even add up, bro. It don't add up at all, man. And then he ended up dead. Getting backdoored by Journey and Nene Brooks. 2 females that he thought he knew. Man, just tell your kids get out the street, man. That shit ain't worth it, bro. I got shot up. I got shot, bro, like in my head, bro, for no reason by a nigga, a stranger. Said I look like a motherfucker over East on Bennett. Then I see these motherfuckers and then they say, oh, man, we ain't meant to shoot you, bro. Somebody look like you, you know? Like what type of shit is that, bro? To shoot me and then tell me, hey, bro, man, nah, bad, bro. We ain't mean to shoot you, bro. Somebody look like you. Man, just get out the street, man. Street, hey, you gonna be dead or in jail, bro. Dead, don't nobody give a fuck about you. They gonna lie on your name all day. And when you go to jail, ain't nobody gonna send you nothing. They gonna try to fuck on your baby mama and all type of shit. Your homies, the same homies. Cause somebody in the crowd think you a goofy. They just ain't said it yet. Always remember that. If you hanging in the crowd, Somebody in that crowd who say they your homie think you a goofy. They ain't said it until they got mad at you. Make somebody mad. Make somebody mad. Anybody. If you want to know how a motherfucker feel about you, make them mad. They gonna say some shit from 8th grade that they been wanting to say. You been a whole ass nigga since 6th grade. Hey, make somebody mad, bro. That's all you gotta do, bro. A real friend ain't gonna tell you that. That's how you'll know who your real friends is and who ain't real. But just say something to make everybody mad, a crowd mad. Nigga, you been a hoe since 2nd grade. But this nigga been with you telling you the truth. You hear me? Why is y'all grown? I'm telling y'all, man. Shit ain't what it cut out to be, man. It look good, man, because they flashing money. They driving, they showing they in Maybachs and shit like that. It look good, man. But in reality, them dudes suffering, man. Look at Vert. Look at real Vert. He a hype. He got on there and did the same thing Lil Jeff was doing, nodding off. A straight hype. I wish we would have ran his ass over that day when Duck said that was his cousin. Hey, hold on. That's my little cousin. Turn around. We busted you and everything. Pulled up on Vert. He wasn't no gang member then. He was a kid. Where you finna go? Over my auntie house? Now he disrespecting Duck. I wish we would have ran Vert ass over that day. You hear me? Put him in the air. Put him in the sky. Ran him over. Now you want to disrespect Duck, bro. Like crazy, bro. I told him that shit in his inbox, bro. We rolled down on you. Duck saying what he thought was his little cousin. We spent back on him. This one Duckman was active too. This one Duckman was in the middle of the beef. Like it was just the beginning of the drill, the beef. You know what I'm saying? Well, it wasn't just the beginning. It was a little bit on now. This is like 13, 14. We seen Vert. Probably 14. We seen Vert. Was it 15? Was I on crutches? I know we was in the car, man. We was with Boss Creed. Boss Creed was driving. And we busted you. Duck was like, there go my little cousin. And it was Vert. And Duck was like, you good, bro? Ooh. Yeah, I'm good, big cuzzy. When Duck died, Vert, I seen Vert post. They own that with whoever had something to do with Duck dying. He done deleted all that shit. He even quoted Duck. Let me know what block you on. Let me know what block you on so we can spin it. Now he disrespecting Duck. Get your weird ass out of here, nigga. You a crackhead. You a crackhead, Vert. A dope fiend crackhead. You and your bloodhound families. On everything, bro. You, Jeff. Rest in peace to Jeff, though. He gone. So we ain't gonna talk about Lil Jeff. Bloodhound Q50. All y'all, bro. Don't worry, though. Keep on snorting the right pill. You're gonna catch the right pill and overdose. Have you ever seen Exit Wounds? When the old girl was sniffing that, when they sniffed that that battery acid that was mixed with that dope. That's what one of you niggas remind me of. Y'all gonna snort one of them pills and that motherfucker gonna stop you. And guess who gonna report about you? Trenches News. Hey, y'all, my man is my 9. I'm finna get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate all y'all love support. Just thought I had to get that off my chest, man. You know, it's like everything fake out here, bro. Just watch just watch it, man. All you gotta do is make somebody mad or go silent. They'll show the true colors to you, man. I'm telling you, you ain't gotta strike nobody. You ain't gotta shoot at nobody. You ain't gotta do none of that shit, bro. All you gotta do is go silent or make somebody mad. Start a controversy. You will see who the fuck your friends is, man. Cause somebody in that group, they fake kicking it with you the whole time. Somebody wants your pipe. Somebody wants your girl. Somebody wants your money. On everything. Somebody want to be you, man. I always remember that, man. I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all love support from the bottom of my heart. If you ain't check out my other videos, man, make sure y'all check it out. If you got Reddit or a TikTok or a Twitter or anything, man, share my video for me, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. I love y'all, man. Y'all the best crowd, man. And I appreciate y'all still rolling with me and rocking with me, man. Hey, I only got 6 ops, man. And that's O Block. I'm out.
Real Mod Squad shit. Whole lot of Mod Squad shit. Shout out Trenches News, nigga. Shout out MC. Shout out Made Media. Shout out Spot. Shout out Queen. Shout out B. Shout out Nene. And see, hit my phone like Black make us a song. I hit YouTube, found the beat, now it's on. And see, you can go to her for the latest news. Like who told on who and who gave who the blues. Can't forget Queen Lotus, that's 126. Shorty smart as hell, gon' have you thinking about shit. Now let's get on the BZ on her down south shit. Shorty real as hell, she gon' tell you about your shit. And she dropping videos, go subscribe to her shit. Sparks got the visuals of 99%. Made media out west, he a film mode nigga. Get that nigga bracket chick, I bet she feelin' on that nigga. And shout out Savage Black, we gon' party on them niggas. Can't forget Nene, she catch bodies in the chat. It's that page fake or real shit, shorty gon' check. She gon' come back to the chat, wipe his nosy out the chat. Can't forget Uncle Swipe and still Miyagi to you niggas. You can call him Swiper Jordan or whatever, say you nigga. And to the ones that left, we ain't worried about shit. But make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like the video before you dip. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Real Mod Squad shit, yeah. Make sure you like